While you sleep, I hope you fly. Close your eyes and feel the sky. I'm gonna be here by your side. When you wake, we'll play outside. Don't be scared and let me hide. Baby, let it flow through you. You're the reason for this blue. I'm here to get you through.
Lovers of the beautiful game, it's time for the Fans Arena, a 3-hour sports show that serves you the latest happenings in your favorite club sides, plus the banter and expert analysis. Are you a Rivers United, Ayimba, or Rangers fan? We have you covered. For the Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, and City fans, be sure to get updates and biggest talking points from your clubs. The top teams in La Liga, Bundesliga, and Serie A, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Inter Milan, will all feature as well. The show comes your way every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Today 95.1 FM with Emeka Dina, the Odogu one of sports in the center circle. It is informative, super exciting, and highly interactive. There will be giveaways and fantastic prizes to be won. Don't miss it. For adverts and sponsorship, call 0802-556-1258. The Fans Arena. Let's enjoy the beautiful game.
Hello everyone, my name is Finidi George, MON, former Super Eagles coach and current technical manager of Rivers United. Keep listening to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one of sports.
You know me, I do like popo. Me, I get a push of baby, your body roboto. Make up and I'm like Cocoso. Make up like.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all out there. It is time once again for the Fans Arena. The Fans Arena reaching you from the studios of your premium news talk and sports radio station. Today, 95.1 FM, right here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Emeka Dena is the name, the Odogu one of sports. Korobara Akashirike strong hand. Never walking alone, I tell you. No, I don't like walking alone. The guys are in the building. He's back. From how many weeks break with that thing? With a little hamstring injury. Felix the Baka man, real name Felix Chuku, but we love to call him Felix the Baka man. So much love for the Catalonian side. Talking about Barcelona. Felix, you're welcome. How you doing, guy?
Whoa, I'm good. I'm very happy to be here. It's only 3 weeks now, almost a month now.
Now hamstring, I mean a thigh injury.
My brother, na ACL. But
No,
this one recover quick.
ACL out of the season.
We thank God. We welcome everyone. Today is going to be a rap blast of a show as always.
Now so it be. The Igwe is in the building. Igwe Livingstone, you're welcome, my brother.
Yes, so a very
Make some noise.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to be here once more again for the Fans Arena. Even though I missed the last episode of this very all-important program, but we are here live now to give you all these trending sports stories and all the updates as it emanates from all the sporting arenas, and just sit glued to your chairs and listening to our station while we give you the best of football here in the program.
The best of football from your favorite club sides. Talk about the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Inter Milan, Juventus, name them, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man U, Man City, and even Liverpool, who are currently mourning, I tell you. I mean, what a sad story. I mean, a sad incident just 2 days ago. Diogo Jota lost his life in a fatal motor accident out there in Spain on his way back to England to resume preseason with his club Liverpool. But he's been laid to rest, himself and his younger brother Andre. So sad. But of course we have all that covered, plus many more. What's happening in your favorite club sides in terms of transfer? Who is moving where? How about the Club World Cup? Oh, Chelsea, no one can stop them. Oh, Chelsea are looking unstoppable, I tell you. They are looking good for the title. Even the supercomputer has predicted that Chelsea will win the Club World Cup out there in the US. They are safely through to the semi-finals. They will face yet another Brazilian team. Yes, that was after they dispatched the Palmeiras yesterday by 2-1. They will face Fluminense. We'll have that covered as well right here. Ladies and gentlemen, the show, like you know, is interactive. Very interactive. Yes, you can join us on all the platforms, okay? Text message and WhatsApp, they share the same number. 070-1933-9962. That's 070-1933-9962 for your text and WhatsApp messages. Interestingly, today, we're going to do it for the first time on the Fans Arena. We want your voice notes on WhatsApp, okay? Because it's only one line. People are complaining. This one line, they difficult to get them. They feel connect. They try, no way. So what you'll do, just send the voice note. If you try, connect, just send the voice note. We'll play a voice note today. Send that voice note to the number 070-1933-9962. That's the regular SMS and WhatsApp number. So you can drop voice note today, okay? Yes, drop voice note. Not more than 1 minute, though. Not more than 1 minute. Make it not too long. Just 1 minute. And you go just talk, say, my name is so and so. I'm sending this voice note from here. Then you talk about what you want to talk. Drop and there. We will plan, okay? All right. We will do that right here on the show. You can call the line as well when the time is due. Yes, we open the phone line to call that dedicated line for the show. And on Facebook, we are very active. Yes, it is the Fans Arena on Facebook. The Fans Arena on Facebook. Yes, like and follow the page. Last week, we did give away. Predict and win. No only one person gets that. We say 3 people now won the award. We ask you that, I think, who go score the first goal for Chelsea? Some say the Lap. Some say Enzo. Some say Caicedo. Who eventually scored that goal? I think it was Rhys James. Yes,
the first goal.
For their last game, their penultimate game before yesterday's game. So, in this one, we're asking you on Facebook, on our page on Facebook. Yes, it's the Fans Arena. Just tell us, yes, who go score the first goal in the match between PSG and Bayern Munich. That's the star match in the quarterfinals. PSG versus Bayern Munich. Later this evening by 5 p.m.
Is it the team will go first score?
No, the player will go score the first goal of the match.
Maybe Juju be
either from any team. It could be PSG, it could be Bayern Munich. You understand?
It can come from any of them.
It can come from any of them. Anybody who score the first goal, who will score that first goal? What will be the name of the player? If you get them. Last week we do it now. Only one person gets. We say 3, but only one person eventually they correct. So at the end of the day, no one chop the money. We did for 3, and only one gets. So that 2,000 will remain. We won't give out today. So let's see whether 2 people will win today. All right, first 2 correct entries. The player that will score the first goal between Bayern Munich and PSG. Is it going to be Doe for Bayern Munich for PSG? No, Fabian Ruiz or João Neves? I've been Hakimi.
Now Marquinhos. But if the person mention my kiosk in place, it will be 10,000.
I've been for Bayern Munich. Now Harry Kane go score the first goal of the match. I've been Leon Goretzka. I've been Jama Musiala. I've been Michael Olise. I don't give on an expo already. Hint. So choose one now. If you just look your crystal ball, choose who go score the first goal of the match. Whether na PSG, I've been a Bayern Munich player. Who go the first goal of the match? Who go score? If you get that correctly, first 2 correct entries, 1K airtime each. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you can also watch us live. Okay, we did live now for Facebook. Yes, Emeka Dena Udogu 1. Emeka Dena Udogu 1 for Facebook. You go watch us live. Felix Bakaman day here. Igwe Livingston day here as well. And of course, yeah, yours truly, you go watch us live. Some people don't join already, so feel free to join to see what did happen for Inside Studio right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we did live on YouTube as well. Today 95.1 FM live on YouTube. Okay, but before we proceed, was a very, very tragic incident 2 days ago. I mean, our own Peter Rufai, starting from Peter Rufai, Dodo Mayana, lived up to 61 years. Now he died 2 days ago. The same day when Diego Jota passed on. Won't pay special tribute to those two great footballers. Okay? Yes, let's pay special tribute to them. We'll observe 1 minute silence in their honor. Okay? Easy. These one of the people who don't sacrifice for this country. And I mean, for football globally, as it were, Diego Jota just helped Liverpool win league. I mean, we are in just number 20, win their 20th league title. No, it's a sad one. So let's just observe a minute silence. We'll come back and continue the show. Okay, may the souls of Dodo Mayana, Peter Rufai, and Diogo Jota rest in the bosom of the Lord, and we say amen, right here. Yes,
Amen.
Yes, and may God grant their families, fortitude to bear the loss, a very, very painful loss as it were. Okay, it is difficult for me to even do this show like this. You see, if you look where my energy draw, because I mean, I'm mourning with day for Nigeria and the world at large. But first things first, let's start with Nigerian football. Let's start with this one. It has to do with Super Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, it is still at the fans arena. Very, very controversial story, I tell you. That's what we are starting with. Ex-Super Eagles and Nigeria under-23 coach Samson Siasia has alleged that former Chelsea midfielder John Obi Mikel attempted to bribe his way into Nigeria's 2008 Olympic squad after he snubbed the qualification rounds. Speaking during a recent interview with Elevated TV Sports, which was uploaded to YouTube on Monday, Siasia alleged that Mikel's agent offered him a bribe of 50,000 euros to secure Mikel's inclusion in the team heading to the Beijing Olympics. Siasia recounted how he had earlier pleaded with Mikel, who at the time was struggling for game time at Chelsea, to join the team for the crucial Olympic qualifiers, but the midfielder allegedly declined. Let's hear from Samson Siasia.
Mikel agent called that Mikel cannot come. And Mikel wasn't the starter in Chelsea then. It was the come that he's playing in Chelsea. We won't go anywhere because you are doing the wrong thing. People that played to qualify should go. That's why Mikel didn't go. But at the next one, he was the first to come. That's it.
Port Harcourt. Good afternoon, Niger Delta. I know it's not just Port Harcourt. There are people from different parts of Niger Delta listening to us. So those of us now, when they hear the English as it is sweet, now so the pidgin too, they make sense. So we mix them just for you because we know that our listeners are diverse. So we give you the way.
It's a perfect blend.
Exactly. And so the football B2 is a perfect blend of everything. Local.
Captain's football career. In a chat with the cable on Tuesday, Captain's football career. In a chat with the cable on Tuesday, Shitu said Siasia has reached out to him to apologize for the comment. She 08 Olympics in Beijing. In 2019, FIFA found Siasia guilty of having accepted that he would receive bribes in relation to received bribes in relation to the manipulation-related activities, which was later reduced to a 5-year ban at the Court of Arbitration for Sports (CAS) on the former Super Eagles, Super Eagles coach. Now, the ban was also accompanied by a 50,000 Swiss francs fine. However, the sanction was linked with this one. How you said Mikel never paid for the flight that took them to the Olympics, But now this is another interview altogether. What is happening between Siasia and Mikel?
Odogu connecting them in terms of we nobody understand again, because this matter, we don't understand where this matter they go. But there is a principle in law that says he that alleges
should prove.
Must prove.
Yes,
he must prove it. This is the real issue on this matter, or that will settle this matter now, is proof.
Yes.
All this accusation, counter accusation, evidence, that I've always said, cancels sentiments. Father Mikel Obi would have spoke last time. Not everyone is diseased now.
That one may be more the matter.
Now this matter, now this one we talk now. The person we even accuse, we say offer the money, don't come out to say nothing like that. Say I did not offer this man 50,000.
Say I don't even beg him.
Say I don't even call him to apologize to him. Which means even the Bible said in Proverbs that relying, that is when you work from my office, let me just bring it so that we relate it to normal life. Someone working under me constantly keep doing the wrong thing. When are they caution them? One of the days we had the management meeting. On the floor of the management meeting, they say, why don't you obey instruction? Do you know what the person say? Hey, lady. Say the why at the attack and be saying
of Mikel at the point, when he was at Chelsea. I mean, I remember that move now. The man was all over the place. John Shitu, he's the biggest agent in Africa, even at the world, for brokering that Mikel deal that time, Man United and Chelsea were dragging him. So now the man says, no, I never did that. Siasia himself has said the man offered him 50,000 euros. Mikel is still with the zone at the FIFA Club World Cup, where he's an analyst and a pundit with the official broadcaster of the competition. But his agent has spoken, Siasia has equally spoken. Whose report shall we believe?
Well, at this point, it's down to logic, because you know get who want the believe, because evidence never come out, like we said. And the only evidence, the public space, and save us all of the public space, and save us all of this burha.
Igwe,
Yes, so
what's the way forward in all of these?
Part of the sporting activities in our country, talking
Like
about
this,
the NFF
yes,
or
no,
the
this
sporting
these days
minister or
is
something like
exactly,
that.
yeah.
At least they should come to a round table, call these two parties, Siasia and Mikel Obi, so that they will trust things. At least if there is evidence, like Felix.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hand the microphone over to you. What are your all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to hand the microphone over to you. What are your thoughts on this latest accusation against Mikel coming from Samson Siasia? He said Mikel agent offered him 50,000 euros prior to the way forward in all of these. The lines are buzzing already. Is 0810-9510-951. Just one line, 0810. Yes, in all of these back and forth, this name calling, these accusations and counter accusations. Hello.
Afternoon.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to you, my brother. That one is a different story, a different case altogether now.
So, you don't see where they carry fresh fish, keep near cat, we can no chopper.
I don't understand. What do you mean by that proverb?
Yes. I'm going to say the agent offer her money, collect.
Naira at that time. Do you
Nigeria have enough players to have executed that match without Mikel?
Nigeria won silver. It was Argentina, Di Maria, that defeated us in the final. Nigeria won silver, Argentina won gold.
If you say Mikel no play, Nigeria get enough players wait for executed that match without somebody like Mikel. Because at that particular time, Mikel was highly valued. So I wonder how this guy would have excluded him from that sport. That is
what I understand. I still remember Mikel. Some of these boys, they don't take the so that those of them are regulars in the club. Under FIFA regulations, the clubs are not mandated to release these players. You have to just beg the FA cannot beg the club to please release him for us now. That kind of thing. But they are not obligated to release this. Yes, under FIFA rules, because the under 23 team is an age grade competition. So more like So that was what happened. They don't usually want to turn up for such tournaments as it were. But that being said, it is what it is. That's where we have seen ourselves. Siasia said, well, let's hear from Siasia before we wrap up on this. Let's hear from him again in case you missed it.
Mikel agent called that Mikel cannot come. And Mikel wasn't the starter in Chelsea then. It was the bench. It wasn't the starter. And I told him, we only have one game against Ghana to play. Please, come and help us to play like it. And that was it. I said, if he doesn't come, he won't go anywhere. So Mikel refused to come there. He said he's playing in Chelsea. We went to Ghana. We needed a draw, right? They brought Asamoah Gyan. Everybody came. Immediately that win, nothing happened. Played very well. At the end of the day, 0-0 qualified. Going to the World Cup, Olympics, Mikel wants to come and play. His agent said he will give me 50,000 euros that if you come and play. I said, okay, it's not about 50,000 euros. You didn't play to qualify. So I will take out someone that qualified us and bring you in. It's not going to happen. Man. Even you go anywhere, it's not going to work for you. Because the thing will not go anywhere because you are doing the wrong thing. People that play to qualify should go. That's why Mikel didn't go. But at the next one, he was the first to go. That's it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there from Samson Siasia. Whose report shall we believe? The agent of Mikel at the time, John Olashitu, has said Siasia is not a serious person. In fact, I don't even have time for such people, you know. He says Siasia don't even call him, apologize to him and say sorry for the comments I made and all that. Let's go back to the phone line to hear from you. Hello. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
My name is Daniel.
Dan, you're welcome. Let's go.
As a Liverpool faithful, we are anxious. So make sure I no can add this on ad. According to Mikel, he said that he paid money for Nigerian flight. He didn't call.
No, be that one would even talk now. Now the 50,000 euros own the bribe own the talk. Yeah, now that one bring this talk actually, but this look, Mark will live on here where in there. I'm no can go back. Time no day. Yeah, live on where you there now. Yeah.
Yeah, my worry is that why is Chelsea is the one responding to all these accusations? Why is he the one mentioned? Because Mikel did not mention it.
Initially, Mikel did not mention Chelsea's name.
He mentioned his name.
No, he said the coach.
He said he talked to the coach. Coach is aware when they book for the flight. He mentioned Chelsea.
But the complaint of Mikel is that they have not refunded him the money he spent.
That is
which is supposed to come from the
that is the main thing. Yes, what they're supposed to get from that thing. Not even all those other things that start attraction.
No book or that kind of thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's the much you can take as far as that part is concerned. As Nigerian football is concerned, on the show this afternoon, we go on a quick break and we are heading to the Bundesliga. German Giants Bayern Munich are in action later this evening against PSG. Massive game at the Club World Cup. If you ask me, that's the star match of the Club World Cup. Don't touch that. It's the Fans Arena on Today 95.1 FM right here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt.
Hello, football fans. Desire Opranozie here, former captain of the Super Falcons and four-time African Cup winner. Keep listening to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one of sports. Don't touch the dial.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's still the Fans Arena. Emeka Dena is the name. The Odogwana Sports. The Felix Backerman is not forgetting. Igwe Livingstone. It's a full house. Let's go and let you know that after a dramatic and hard-fought 4-2 victory over Flamengo in the round of 16, Bayern Munich continued their Club World Cup campaign when they faced reigning Champions League winners Paris Saint-Germain in the quarterfinals at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta this evening by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. PSG demonstrated their class in their last 16 clash against Inter Miami, dismantling Lionel Messi and co with a dominant 4-0 win, with all goals coming before halftime. Although Bayern face a tough challenge, they can draw confidence from their recent record against PSG, having won their last 4 encounters, including a 1-0 victory in November. Let's hear from Bayern Munich striker Harry Kane speaking ahead of the encounter against PSG.
PSG are a top team, European champions. We played them once this year and we come out on top, but it was a difficult game, and we know the qualities they have, and we're going to have to be ready for that. But, we feel like when we're on our game, the top of our game, we can defeat anyone, and we'll go into this game with no different feeling, and we'll respect them, but ultimately we're here to try and win the Club World Cup, and we look forward to that challenge.
Okay, you heard from Hurricane right there. They are there to try and win the Club World Cup. The feeling won't be different when they face PSG. When they're on top of the game, they can beat any team in the world, including PSG. They have beaten them severally already. 4 times in their last 4 meetings. Come on. In the meantime, Bayern Munich are reportedly ready to make an offer for Man United forward Marcus Rashford as they seek to bolster their attacking lineup this summer. The 27-year-old is pushing for a move from Man United this summer, having spent the second half of the season. Yes. On loan at Aston Villa. Rashford is understood to want a move to Barcelona, but their ongoing issues with La Liga's FFP make a deal very difficult. According to Christian Falk, Bayern are now considering the England international as they continue their search for a new left winger. Chidubem, let me start with you on this one. Having struggled in England, will a move to Bayern favor Rashford?
I think so. It will, because Bayern are looking for a transitional winger. And
Leroy Sané has left.
Yes.
For Besiktas.
Yes, and they need another type of winger now, not particularly a Sané kind. And the 2 players that they've been in the news for are those kind of players, Martinelli and Rashford. So
even Diaz, although Liverpool said it's not for sale. Yeah.
So it tells you the direction they are going to. So I think it's going to be a very good one for Rashford, because not the type of football he's Sabi, just run into space and then score the goals. That's what he likes. That's what he knows how to do, and it's going to favor him if he gets that move. Any of them would do well at Bayern, I think, if they get that move. Martinelli, Rashford, or Diaz.
All right, Martinelli is also wanted in Saudi Arabia anyways. Yes. But let's stay with the big one this evening, Felix the Backerman. Paris Saint-Germain have been scintillating, to say the least. Yes, they lost the game in the group stage to Botafogo, but otherwise it has been smooth sail for them. They beat teams easily. Atletico Madrid 4-0, Inter Miami with Messi 4-0 in the first half. In fact, I heard Luis Enrique told them, "We cannot score more goal again. We cannot disgrace Messi for second half." I beg Messi, you get us CB. We cannot score again for second half. We cannot disgrace Messi. No, they faced Bayern today. I mean, 2 massive teams, I tell you. Felix the Backerman, have you been impressed with these 2 teams in the competition so far? PSG and Bayern Munich.
I'm more impressed with Bayern than PSG, because of the caliber of team they have played against. The biggest team Bayern have played this is Atletico Madrid, and we all know Atletico Madrid, they are not consistent team today.
And now you mean PSG?
PSG, I mean, that is the biggest team.
They won 4-0. Yeah.
That is and that was the first match where Atletico Madrid could complain of the sun. Inter Miami match, now Inter Miami win.
I don't understand that.
Okay, don't understand them win. Inter Miami against PSG. Inter Miami win with over 2.5. PSG playing now 4-0. Now 4-0. I would. You know what to be Inter Miami? Who be Inter Miami? Inter Miami. So that one let be ball.
Inter Miami no lose match for group stage.
They
beat FC Porto.
That's what I'm telling you.
They beat FC Porto.
Porto now who now? PSG where they fire from all cylinder, where they white people left, right, and center. So then with that one, they be mad. You don't play anybody. This is the real game. And you hear what they say from your voice note. He said, when Bayern is on their day, they can beat anybody. And Bayern has players.
Today, not their day. Today will be their
I don't know. But if they did their day, if you watch the players they have, Bayern have players that can match them wing for wing. Midfield to midfield, then get them. Keeper to keeper, then get. Now just be say who will take up. If
he has to play the best football these days.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. That's why I tell you, say, for them to play Inter Milan 4-0, now Inter Miami win. Because they're good. But Bayern, I one thing where you know very well, say, if they play them, because of that old man experience, Harry Kane and the Kimmich and the right, they can saw you. PSG can. You see, if you watch PSG play, the day they played that Botafogo, they lost. That is when I know that to beat PSG, they're very easy. If you curtail the attack, their defense, they're very porous. Because their wingers,
they don't already qualify.
No, now what they talk here? Like they don't already qualify. You lose match, you say they already qualify.
The motivation to play no day there now. Waiting on the they want to kill them.
No, na second match.
Na second match they lose, they never qualify. They never qualify. So if you watch PSG play game, if you can contain them that pressure, just like Man City. If you contain Man City pressure, you go hit them score. And with Bayern get the capacity.
So you they see all these things, if you see this way they see, then they
didn't do well in Champions League. They started their Champions League from late now.
When they
lost a lot.
Up in the round of the playoffs,
that's what I'm telling you now. It's possible for them to beat, because if you see the way when you talk football, look at the way the team play and how to beat them.
Okay.
If you can absorb their pressure, you can beat PSG. So for me today, I dey go for Bayern to win.
Igwe, who takes it for you? Who is taking it tonight? 5 p.m. Nigerian time. PSG Bayern. Where will you put your money? What is your crystal ball to show you? PSG
the way the match they go so far, at least we don't see even the big boys in the fumble. You know, Madrid. Look at what they played in their first match against Al Hilal, and they played at a 1-0 draw.
That's the man last beat Man City, although they don't come out.
No, that one said they don't come out. We said they don't come out. I just they give you 1 or 2 now. So now Bayern Munich, PSG. Now the both sides are very good. They are in form. PSG, they are the winners of the Champions League. And Bayern Munich also they are doing
German champions.
The Bundesliga. And for me, this match, I give it to PSG. And not for anything, just for the love I have for PSG. So okay. Yes, I'm giving.
No, but for me, if I want to make prediction, I go they both to tell you say PSG will win this match, because the kind of way they play. I never see anything we don't match them lately.
Like the team don't really blend. You know, Luis Enrique, the way don't blend the team now. Even from defense, you see Pacha and McQueen.
It doesn't be like that Barcelona team under Pep Guardiola, 2008, 2009. You know, exactly. They just win everything they go. They win everything they go.
So everything at time and season. So now at that time now, they should use this opportunity now to grab whatever trophy that is in their front. Okay. They collect and they go. So
all right.
I give them the day.
All right. How about you? Who are you giving it to? Bayern Munich against PSG. Don't forget that match. If you tell us for our Facebook page, go our Facebook page. Yes, the fans arena on Facebook. Who go score the first goal for that match? Okay. It doesn't matter whether a PSG player or a Bayern player. Does the score of the first goal of the match? If you get them correct, first 2 correct entries, 1,000 naira airtime each. Last week we do for 3 correct entries, only one way get them correct. So the remaining 2,000 we want to give them out this week, okay? No dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, you just go there, the Fans Arena, like and follow the page. The Fans Arena on Facebook, like and follow the page. In the meantime, let's go to the phone line to hear from you. Don't forget, you can also send us voice notes. If the phone line they had you to connect, send voice note to 070-1933-9962. That's the regular SMS and WhatsApp line. Just drop voice note for there, okay? We'll play them here. All right. So in the meantime, let's go to the phone line right now to hear from you. Yes, it is the Fans Arena. Hello.
Odogun, good afternoon.
Yeah, very good afternoon to you, my brother.
I greet everyone in the studio.
Yes, sir. We salute you, brother.
I salute you, my brother.
Now, Daniel, they call you.
Dan, you're welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you on the show today.
Odogun today born at Bayern.
Soccer fire. Hello, Daniel.
You put Bayern for fun. I did you for to beat Bayern.
Okay, now from that angle they come from. Okay, with the watch. No, Hello. Oh, it's on a silent caller. No silent caller. You have to call back, okay? And when they call it, talk. Silent caller. It is 0810-9510-951. Yes, go Facebook, like and follow our page on Facebook, The Fans Arena. Yeah, drop your comments there as well. We have all the talking points covered right there. Hello. Yeah, good afternoon to you, bro.
Hello.
I can hear you loud and clear. Hello. Oh, network. Nigeria. Network. Hello.
Hello, Dr. One of Sport.
I can hear you loud and clear. Good afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, Chelsea Sky call back.
I hear you, Olalekon. Go ahead.
Hello, Odo.
Olalekon, what's the happen there? I hear you. Would they hear you here? Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Odogu.
Yeah, that sounded like a favor from Ewolf.
Thank you very much. I greet the full house.
Yes, salute you.
Well, Odogu, talking about today's encounter between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich.
Soccer fire.
Well, Odogu, yes, soccer fire. I think that this should be the final of the final, because I think that after this should be a final in this country. But nevertheless, they have met in the quarterfinal.
This match now final of Champions League 5 years ago, 2020.
Yes,
which Bayern won 1-0. Yes, so Coman.
One of the goals, Kingsley Coman.
Yeah.
So I think PSG will be aiming to do the revenge now. They have met on the bigger stage. So I think But going by their two forms as it stands now, I think I fancy PSG.
Me too. I stand with you on that one. No.
Yes, I fancy PSG, and I'm predicting a 3-0 win.
If he reach 4,
Just a
4 is the number for PSG.
Because of Harry Kane, I'm just thinking, let me say 3-0 comfortable.
I know, Harry Kane done win one trophy already, no wahala. He's not carry play, he's not carry their league.
That's the play.
He's going to carry next season in their league again. He's going to carry their league next season again.
All right.
Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Trevor. Another one. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Olaleko, welcome back. Let's hear you, bro.
Yes, thank you. Ojogo one. Yes, I call back.
All right, let's go.
Yes, correct. I watch on our live.
You did do well. You're doing well.
Yes.
You don't see Felix the Baka man, have you?
I like your face cap.
You don't like Felix the Baka man own? You don't like Felix the Baka man own? Oh, now watch face cap.
Yes. Felix Baka man, we are white face cap.
And they watch live through.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. PSG and Bayern Munich.
I like her. Why? I like you. No. I like her. Everything they says here.
I say PSG and Bayern Munich. Yeah, which one? Who is the predict to win?
PSG to win.
Okay.
Because I want them to win. Because what they don't do, our England brothers them. I want to make Chelsea pay them back.
Chelsea go fit. Your team go fit.
No, I think Chelsea get good team. You know, the whole world do say Chelsea for me.
This one a Chelsea team. They call them. I bet All right, no wahala. Wait and see. You know. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you.
The Dogo one on sport.
Greetings to you, my brother. Greetings. What's the name?
Pastor
UK from Aba?
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Pastor UK. Ngwan Brugawa. Ndewo.
PSG will beat Bayern today. Yes.
You then sure? Okay, I'm going to watch. We'll talk about Chelsea later. Don't worry. You're not gonna know they give Chelsea. You know that thing where I said Olaleko talk that and say, you know, then the one pay back PSG. Never play Fluminense to finish. You don't talk about PSG. They don't mind me France 98. We they play Denmark. We don't they target Brazil already for quarter final. Nah. Denmark knock us forward. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you, my brother. What's the name?
Dan, I called back.
All right, Dan. No, wait. For this matter, I don't talk before.
No, I never talked before.
Okay, go ahead.
As a Barcelona fan, I want Bayern to win so that after so Neymar will win Ballon d'Or. Make them no win.
I can't imagine. Romancy conspiracy theory. Okay, now.
They will lose.
No, bad bellies are loud. Bad bellies are loud. All right, on Facebook, messages are plenty. Jude Onwejike says PSG will beat Bayern. As for Rashford, he will do well in Munich. All right, Bayern Munich. Now, Better says a move to Bayern Munich will not be favoring him. Will not favor Rashford. If he moves, I don't think he will perform well there. And PSG will beat Bayern. Yes, they'll beat Bayern. That's according to Better. Elsewhere on Facebook, the Mayor Val says Kane have not. All right. Just hold on. Let's get that message out of the way. Computer the app up here. All right, it says Harry Kane has not given him time to play in England national team. Is it in Bayern Munich now that he will give him no time? They need to play the same position though. Harry Kane and Rashford. Rashford is basically a winger. Harry Kane and pure number 9. And he says both teams, but I give. Okay, he says give the win to PSG to this evening. That match is by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Ishaku Carl Sariball says Marcus Rashford. My computer they fall my hand. Yeah, what's happening here? All right, it says Marcus Rashford should go to Bayern from Shaku Saribol. All right, let's return to the phone lines to get more reactions from you. 0810-9510-951 is 0810-9510-951. You can also talk to us about Marcus Rashford. We hear Bayern Munich are considering making a move for him. Yes, after failing to land Luis Diaz. They won't price Luis Diaz. They won't open talks. Liverpool saying no need for discussion. He's not for sale. Just go your way. We don't have any plans of selling him. So then they look at Marcus Rashford right now. And Rashford is among the 5 Man U players where they don't tell say, man, I go find club. Make not come back to pre-season. But the others will come pre-season, but make not come back. When I just go to find on a club first. You want to find on, let us know. Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, and who again? 5 of them like that. And when they tell them, they go find club. All right. So in the meantime, we are asking you the big game, quarter-final encounter, star match of the round. PSG, Champions League holders, and German champions, Bayern Munich. They clash by 5 p.m. this evening. Who wins it for you? Hello. I greet you, my brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. It's Saturday.
All right, let's hear you, bro.
Yeah, but PSG go win Bayern.
PSG go win Bayern.
Yes.
He did sure.
Sure.
Okay, PSG to win. All right.
Chelsea PSG final.
Leave matter for Matthias. Chelsea fans. On a 2 day ginger, 2 day or take it easy, 1 game at a time. One game at a time.
When they win match, your club they do well. They give you that confidence.
I wonder.
Odogu abeg, Rashford. May they leave him for Barcelona.
Where they live?
Maybe boy they come on body. The boy don't already say one play for Barcelona.
But you should say.
I know say.
Ball about Barcelona.
What are they talking about? Which one was the home ball? That's why I season. No. Right from time.
10 years contract.
Right from time. In like William na small screen where Nico Williams na small screen where Atletico Madrid they use and the boy they use to collect in choppings. I beg where they live for us. Last season they say we no get anybody. Then borrow us some people. This season I beg Rashford we need them. I beg make him leave that Bayern get enough.
Okay. Nico Williams don't sign 10 years contract for Athletic Bilbao. Now hello. I greet you, my brother. Good afternoon.
Now Daniel call you back. I won't ask question.
Wait me that.
They say me my you tell Rashford. Garnacho and then Anthony made the fine crop.
Yes.
That me tell Rashford to Rivers United the fine proof.
You go Canada.
See Bata. Finish just go jump up and down like this.
Rashford weekly allowance go pay all Rivers United plus management.
Weekly allowance. Wait, I come. Rashford weekly salary. Now Rivers United budget for 2 years. For 2-3 years. What did they talk here? Ladies and gentlemen, we are done. Yes, with the Bundesliga. We are Bayern. We'll be taking on PSG later this evening by 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Yes, in the quarterfinals of the Club World Cup. A lot of you have given it to PSG. Only time we tell. In the meantime, let's go to La Liga. Real Madrid are also in action tonight. They take on Borussia Dortmund. And that fixture is a Champions League final. We have a message of voice notes. All right, voice notes.
Yeah, voice notes.
Okay, let's just take care of this voice note before we go to the La Liga.
Cardinal, good morning. Good afternoon, sorry. My name is Shimobi. I see PSG beating Bayern because this is PSG time. Now at that time, made them jollof. So I saw Rashford. If he goes to Bayern, he play well, especially playing for the left, he'll be effective. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly go to La Liga. Madrid, loading.
Fans, my name is Mutiu Adepoju, former Super Eagles midfielder and 1994 AFCON winner. Keep listening to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one of sport.
Okay, the first one, yes, it's Real Madrid's anthem, and this current one now, Borussia Dortmund anthem. Why are we even playing Borussia Dortmund now? It's not because they're going to play the first Real Madrid tonight in the quarterfinals of the FIFA Club World Cup. Real Madrid, they take on Borussia Dortmund in the FIFA Club World Cup quarterfinals at MetLife Stadium later tonight by 9 p.m. in a rematch of the 2024 Champions League final, with Los Blancos hoping to repeat last year's success against the black and yellow. Madrid and Dortmund come into this game with identical records in the competition. Both teams drew their opening Club World Cup games and have won 3 straight since. And of course, there's a good chance that Kylian Mbappe ends his first start at this year's tournament. The Frenchman missed Madrid's first 3 games due to illness, but came off the bench in the round of 16. On the other hand, Job Bellingham, no be judo, Job. Now Jude Bellingham, younger brother, he plays for Borussia Dortmund. He picked up his second yellow card of the tournament in Dortmund's win over Monterrey on Tuesday, meaning he's suspended against Madrid and will not be able to play against his brother for the first time. Yes, his brother Jude. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid, listen to this one. This one concerns us right now. Atletico Madrid are reportedly eyeing a shock move for Fulham star Alex Iwobi. Yes, our own Alex Iwobi, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi, following his impressive 2024/25 campaign in the Premier League. The 29-year-old enjoyed the most prolific season of his career in last season, yes, scoring 9 goals and providing 6 assists in his 44 matches across all competitions. According to Africa Foot, Spanish giants Atletico Madrid have taken notice and are weighing up a 25 million euros offer for the attacking midfielder. The reports add that Atletico have offered him a 4-year contract with an annual salary of 7 million euros. Igwe, let me start with you. It's a repeat of the 2024 Champions League final. Madrid won that one against Dortmund. But looking at tonight's encounter, what do you see happening?
Odogu, no 2 matches are the same. You know, every match comes with their own heat, their own flavor, and with their own energy as well. Looking at how Madrid has shaped up for this competition so far, they've not been that kind of Madrid we saw 2-3 years back.
New coach, a couple of new players as well.
But now they have a new coach in Xabi Alonso, and so far I don't think his philosophy has really, the boys are really blended in, but so far they've been doing well, even though I'm not so pleased with how far the team has performed. But looking at today's match, I mean, Madrid is my club, so I can't say less. You must sweet. Of course, we are winning this one, even though it will be a slim margin, but just one goal to nil.
Felix Backerman, how has Alonso fared so far with this team? How would you describe his the first few matches? Because here we say I'm playing first match for Club World Cup. How would you describe what he has done so far with this team? You don't see any change.
Of course,
compared to
his style of play. If you watch Madrid's style of play, it's a little bit. He's tweaking the style of play. If you watch how Madrid play now, Jude Bellingham is getting more involved. Unlike last season, he's been the central man in that game. If you watch his game, he has brought Jude Bellingham to the play, and also this guy this right back. If you watch, Trent is executing exactly what Frimpong was doing for him. Was doing for him in Leverkusen. So if you watch, just now few matches when not take over. That's 4 matches have been in the wrong play.
Yeah, 4 matches.
It's very difficult for you to change the style of play, but you go see the signs. Say
exactly.
This man is trying.
And the youngster Gonzalo Garcia is
having a field day.
So he's having a field day now.
He's the best player in this for Real Madrid in this competition.
He has 3 goals already.
Okay, you know, say when we talk about PSG and Bayern, he say PSG, my Madrid fan here say PSG go win the game, but when they come for Madrid game, he say no 2 games are the same. So the one where PSG go play that 2 na the same game. This Madrid people Madrid go win, make it rest, they go win for win.
Chidibem, would you like to see Alex Iwobi at Atletico Madrid? Will even do well there? Considering the compact nature of that Atletico side, whether they agree play expansive football, would they like to run, make moves? Do you think they will succeed there?
If Antoine Griezmann succeeded at Atletico Madrid, I don't see a reason why Alex will have a problem there. They are used to having players with free roles in their team. So
send voice notes to our SMS line, which is 07019339962. Okay, drop your voice note. That will also play. I'm here. Hello.
Good afternoon.
A very good afternoon to you.
Yeah, this is calling from Rumukushi.
Colin, if he joins Atletico Madrid. If he joins Atletico Madrid.
I want to see him play in the Champions League.
Okay. Oh, that would be nice. Atletico usually qualify for the Champions League. So it means if Atletico goes there, he will be playing in that competition.
Odogu, everybody is a very good deal if he goes to Atletico Madrid. But more could they follow game like people don't watch this game for a very long time. Atletico Madrid play a very structural. They set up their team structurally, defensively. Very hard tackling team.
I know, but it doesn't mean that they don't have offensive players.
Most of the greatest player they have there is Griezmann, which is not his
Julian
role.
Alvarez is offensive.
He's an attacker. Have you not wondered why they bought a Charlotte
at Fulham?
He's not very offensive now.
Exactly. Even for Nigeria.
Maybe for too much.
Nigeria.
For Super League.
He's playing deeper.
As
a deep line player.
That is why Nigeria with the complaints I'm telling you now, he does not play it very well. That's what he's
okay. No break. I said no break here. Leave her. Separate. 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. Yes, Real Madrid against Borussia Dortmund later tonight, 9 p.m. Nigerian time. Quarterfinals at Club World Cup out there in the US. Who will win? Who will carry the day? Yes, winner will meet either Bayern Munich or PSG.
Because I've been wanting to see him forward.
Play against him, brother. Okay.
To see him play against him brother. And two of them really resemble.
They look alike. They look alike. It's in the blood. Blood not the lie. What the old man they see when they sit down? Even if small begin climb.
Some they see anything. They can't deceive us.
Even if small begin climb, you don't no go see him. Hello. Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Yes.
Olaleko, welcome.
Real Madrid go win.
Stay at England. Go nowhere. Jude Owen Ejike says Madrid will win. For Iwobi, he will do well in Atletico Madrid. There's another one coming from Skillful Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a few more calls before we go to the next talking point. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Ben Sam.
Ben Sam, you're welcome. Let's go there.
Yes,
they have produced so many great strikers in the past, yeah.
It was a flop at Manchester United.
Diego Costa, Diego Forlan,
Aguero, they
can go on and on.
When he went to Atletico, he revived. There are so many of them. Atletico has that, that.
Okay, so you think that move will favor Iwobi eventually, if it happens?
I think, honestly, it's dicey.
Borussia Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Soccer fire.
I am telling you, really soccer fire. Slightly na Madrid.
All right, thank you. Let's leave it there. Thank you so much. Hello.
Hello.
All right, Ayana.
Good
afternoon to you, my brother. Oops, sorry. Just hold on. Let me sort this one out here. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
So, I didn't finish up before network interrupted me.
What do you mean the talk? We never talk finish.
About Europe, I don't know what team Atletico see for where Europe.
No, you don't talk and finish. Leave matter. Then Monkey no fine, but the mama like him. Leave her like that. You see your Iwobi. Yeah, now your club will go play for. All right, we have some messages coming through. Igwe, let's start.
Yes.
Okay, voice notes. All right, okay, let's.
So just play it for them.
All right, let's assess some of those voice notes you have sent. Let's assess some of those voice notes you have sent. But in the meantime, let's still go back to the phone line before we get the voice note ready. Or should I? Okay, take one more message from Facebook. Ishaku Saribol says, I think Madrid will win. They have a good record against Dortmund. Okay? I thank you so much, Ishaku Saribol, for that message. And I think it's time to get the voice notes right here. All right.
Good afternoon, Odogu and the guests in the studio. My name is Ike from Port Harcourt. For me, I would better like to see Iwobi in Atletico. Because if you notice in the past 2 seasons now, Atletico have started playing attacking football. They're not that type defensively again because they've seen that some of their defense pattern on the cast. So they start playing attacking football. That's why you see the signing of Julian Alvarez and Charlotte. They start playing attacking game. That's why you see against Barcelona they can score 4 goals, all those kind of things. So if Iwobi go there, I think Simeone wants him because of he wants to improve his attacking, and Iwobi has that piece to improve attack to go front. And for Real Madrid and Dortmund, I think Madrid winning because Xabi Alonso knows how to play Dortmund very well in the Bundesliga. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your voice note. Well appreciated.
Emeka Dena, it's Chimobi again. I predict Madrid to win Madrid will win. But unless he will be going to ATM, I don't think he can fit in there because honestly, Atletico Madrid system is energy sapping. If they play in the midfield, you need to walk like a horse. And I don't think LS will have that kind of energy. Because they watch Atletico Madrid players and they run, so that I feel like they are on drugs. So I don't think going to Atletico Madrid will be good for him. But in terms of Champions League football, he's guaranteed of that. But I think say make him try go on that club because Atletico Madrid, the energy you need to get to play in their midfield, you know, be here. Understand? If you say you be flair player, Joao Felix, you don't deal with. There are so many other players. Thank you.
Okay.
It's a big boy, my brother.
Yeah. What are the ones that they do well?
My name is Adeze from Port Harcourt. As for me, I want Dortmund to win Real Madrid so that it will be easy for Chelsea. Because I want my darling club to win this cup this time.
Adeze,
and as for Alex Iwobi, let him leave. It's time to move on. Thank you. Adeze from Port Harcourt.
All right. Thank you so much, Adeze. Thank you for all those messages you guys have sent. Please do well. The voice notes, keep them coming. If you can't access us via the phone, please do well to send the voice notes right here. It is 07019339962. That's 07019339962. Send your voice notes or text message or regular WhatsApp messages to that line. We'll read them right here. In the meantime, I say in the meantime, if you like we will leave, more leave La Liga. More leave La Liga, go Serie A. La Liga people don't try to, they don't try. Let's go to Serie A.
Hello, football fans. My name is Victor Ezeji, MPFL legend, CAF Champions League winner with Eimba and former Super Eagles striker. Always listen to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one of sports. I also listen to him. Keep listening. Don't turn off that dial.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is still the Fans Arena. The Fans Arena reaching you from today, 95.1 FM, right here in the Garden City of Port Harcourt. The Fans Arena is a production, it's a package of Odogu Media Productions. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in Serie A right now, where we can let you know that Atalanta, you know Atalanta, yes, the club of our own Ademola Lookman, the man is in the news. Atalanta have set an asking price of £52 million. Did you hear that? £52 million for Ademola Lookman as Arsenal circled the talented forward. The Gunners are scouting the market for a versatile attacker during the summer transfer window, and with reports suggesting that the player wants to return to the Premier League after stints at Everton, Fulham and West Ham United. The move could be on the cards. Similarly, Napoli boss Antonio Conte is keen to sign Lookman from Atalanta this summer, according to Gazzetta dello Sport. 27-year-old enjoyed an excellent 2024/25 campaign, scoring 20 goals and providing 7 assists in 40 outings across all competitions as Atalanta sealed Champions League qualification. Meanwhile, we'll go to the other Italian teams at the Club World Cup. I can let you know that the two Italian teams and the FIFA Club World Cup crashed out of the tournament at the last 16th stage. Inter Milan suffered a surprise 2-0 defeat to Brazilian outfit Fluminense, while Juventus, the old lady La Vieja Signora, were beaten 1-0 by Real Madrid thanks to Gonzalo Garcia's thumping header. And that will take us to the reactions of the guys in the building. Felix the Backerman, which of the Italian sides disappointed you the most, Inter or Juventus?
I don't need to. In fact, Inter Milan.
It's a no-brainer.
Inter Milan, you see that team,
from quadruple justice.
You know what they pay me pass? They say now that team that beat impressive Barcelona. Now they pay me pass. That team because how can Inter Milan go tournament? Fluminense beat them like small people. PSG knock them like Monterrey, Mexico team. Where Sergio Ramos waited 41 years. Let's go. Inter Milan, carry them pan. God, no minutes can't see that.
Talk to. Now that white paper they pay you pass it.
Now that team they pay me.
All right, Igwe. I mean, you know, see how this life be. No balance. During one season, they on with the tip Inter for treble. We are tipping them for the treble there because then they were in the semi-final of the Coppa Italia. Then they first ahead of Napoli. Then and the days to not reach Champions League semi-final. We are like, oh, these guys are going for the treble, you know. Eventually, they don't win any of them. Gone Club World Cup here. You know, you can't. We just say somehow they go revive, they go do something here. Nothing come out. How disappointing have Inter Milan be for you?
Well, like if they watch us live, like they go see the reaction from Bakama and say, "Oh, Bakama is so pain."
Now double pain when they feel.
And they tell you, see, they are feeling pain. You know, what shall you profit them? At the end of the day, you beat Barca. You know if you win Champions League. PSG beat you dirty like say you be a houseboy. Okay, coming to this World Club Cup now. I mean, they've not been since they won Barcelona. They never get themselves. It's just like saying now poison.
Since just they fall apart, they don't lose their coach or that kind of thing.
You know, they never get themselves. And this competition now, I was even thinking maybe this will be an opportunity for them to revive. You know, build on something. Considering their new coach now, you enter.
Now I let me coach you.
Exactly.
That guy go do volleyball.
They scatter. Nothing just come out for the team.
Felix Bagama, you know, see what in Juventus forehand to how
Juventus nobody see. Juventus don't even support this competition because of their record. Nothing bring Juventus supposed to come this competition. What did make them come now? You know that I got record of 4 years ago. Juventus.
I blame Colombia for that their match. Like the guy just didn't miss
that one.
They missed the goal.
Okay, Chidibem, let me go to you. I mean, Lukman is in the conversation as well. Atalanta asking for £52 million for would be buyers as it were. Napoli is also equally interested in getting him. Arsenal wants him as well. Which of these two teams do you think will best suit Lukman that you have known over the years now?
I'm honestly shocked to hear Arsenal in the mix because Arsenal now we know say now Rodrigo and now Rodrigo basically be the number one target.
And they're very cheesy.
This is very cheesy now and like they said,
that's speculation.
Rodrigo and very cheesy.
And the striker only work is on the list now. We have only work in Sesko
Kaka.
You say they come from where? Yanagua, all the way from Yanagua, Bayelsa. You're welcome, my brother. How that way now? Now your first time to call us with this for the
players, especially like what's in CJ and talk. May I add a little for that matter? Nigerian top players. Within the if you get better agents, how can 50-something million be a pro in a person who don't win Africa? We they play this kind of ball.
See what they play. You don't have them win the Europa League.
Florent Wirtz play 2 seasons. They buy a 100-something million.
Florent, but it's much younger. Facebook, yes. Let's run to Facebook and get your thoughts right there. Skifu Pero says Inter disappointed me past. Inter disappointed me past. I will advise Lukman to go to a real disappointment for Lukman. Arsenal will be better for him. All right, more messages coming through. This one Inter Milan, the Nerazzurri, the forehand.
They are those people that the woman will understand their problem. The woman whether they be beat anyhow.
No, I beg, no beat woman, no beat, I beg. Hello.
1258, the Fans Arena. Let's enjoy the beautiful game.
Hello everyone, my name is Finidi George, MON, former Super
Entire program, you can sponsor 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour as the case may be, as your power reach. But have it in mind that this is a veritable platform, a very good platform for you to advertise your products and services if you're part of this show, because we have lots of listeners. You see as the calls they come from different parts of the country, Bayelsa, Aba, Port Harcourt here. We're also online, so you reach your target audience if you sponsor any part of this show, as it were. And to be part of the show, yes, in terms of sponsorship, if you want to sponsor this program, any part, or to place adverts or announcements in the course of this program, you call that number 080-2556-1258. That's 080-2556-1258. Yes, to be a part of the show in terms of sponsorship. If you want to sponsor us, yes, advertise your products and services, let the world know what you're doing. This is the place to be, and of course you reach your target audience. Business is about sponsorship and advertisement. If you don't advertise, people will not know what you're doing, and this is the best place to be. Today FM reaches over 8 million people across the Niger Delta region. All right. And on the other hand too, yes, we can also render services such as MC for you. You want to do event, wedding, traditional wedding, white wedding. You want to do child dedication. Is it burial? Is it inter-house sports competition? Contact us on that number. We will render such services. In a football commentary, one more can cover for you. That one our domain. Now it's our work. So all you need to do is just to call that number 0802-556-12B. Meanwhile, Liverpool have said Diogo Jota's number 20 shirt will be rightly immortalized after 28-year-old's death in a car accident in Spain. Quoting a statement from the club, they said the number 20,
just a great guy who is just there, fantastic player, headmaster, our own like our own.
He's good with his head. Yeah.
He was good with his head. The sad one, I know Liverpool, and I heard that his brother, whom of course passed on with him,
so footballer,
two kids,
two children of the family.
It's a sad one. I pray the mom, is granted the fortitude to bear such loss, such heavy loss.
All right, Felix Bagaman, Liverpool are not clear. We are not clear in that statement whether they will retire that jersey number 20 for Jota in honor of Diogo Jota. They say they will immortalize the shirt, the shirt number. They didn't say they will retire it.
The wars on the streets. Here say it will immortalize. They take it to be retirement.
No, they didn't say so.
Thank God, now this kind of platform now they carry the tell people the difference. They can immortalize the jersey for a season or for a period of time. Though it's not a rule, but they have an agreement with EP. You can do that as a club. For me, let them just do it, because since he's coming he was coming back to resume.
I mean, I thought he was stay holidaying, enjoying.
He was coming back to resume. That process, they say was, according to the investigation I was listening to BBC. They say he was on speed, so he will meet up the ferry.
Exactly.
Because they check the speed limit of the car. They try to calculate what kind of speed he was for him to have meet up. So for me, may they just retire the number. Meaning number 20, let me say at 10 or 9. May they just give her that glory. Say, my man, this person, he was active in our team, and because of our team, they can't play. May they just retire her.
They did that for Mark Vivian Foe, the former West Ham man.
May they just retire that number.
I think Man City, in honor for him to also retire his jersey number 17.
It's a very painful thing. And thank God, saying a Nigerian, now European, it's 28 and get 3 children. If you're Nigerian,
yeah. Never marry.
The Bible says, Christ said, rejoice with them that rejoice, more with them than
okay. So we are mourning.
No, more for them.
Liverpool don't play ball.
Igwe, don't do it. Like that, he died for the club. Because he was on his way to the club when he had the accident.
Diogo Jota was signed on 2020. He wore the 20 jersey, and he also won the 20th league title.
But in there for around 12:30. No, that was 20.
No. Or if possible, say put a statue of him outside. Just memory says.
Felix Bakaman, 5 years he play. That 5 years, they won Premier League. No feel them win that Champions League. They don't win.
They go stay that way.
Quickly, Felix Bakaman, quickly. Still on you. Any need to sell Luis Diaz this summer, especially with the death of Jota?
I had the one. Now one for you. You get Whitlow for hand. You want to carry sledgehammer and knock your leg.
951 0810 9510 951. Okay. Yes, we are talking about the demise, unfortunate demise, very, very tragic death of that young man. Talking about Diogo Jota, yes, and his brother. They don't bury them today. Very, very sad one, I tell you. All right, how did you react when you first heard the news of his death? And how best can Liverpool immortalize him? They said they will immortalize the jersey number.
May you so rest in peace.
Amen. Oh, amen. All right, thank you so much. Okay, which other?
Quickly, apart from that, I feel like minus this death, Jota is a legend of Liverpool.
Okay.
The statistics are there. He's a top-class player. So that's also
all right. Thank you so much, Richie. You're welcome. We have another caller. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Monday.
Mr. Monday, you're welcome. Let's go.
Yes, I'm an Arsenal fan.
We are not talking Arsenal now. We're talking Liverpool. Why are you announcing yourself?
When I heard the news about Jota, I was devastated. Because he was a very fine player I love. I want Liverpool, they should immortalize him by naming a section of the stadium
after him.
Also retired the number. Cameroon retired the number of Vivian Foe.
Yes, even West Ham did. West Ham also did so for him. He was playing for West Ham at the time, yeah.
So they should retire the JC and name
a section of the stadium after him. All right.
Yes,
Thank you so much, Mr. Monday. Hello.
Hello, Odogu One.
Greetings to you, my brother. What's the name?
Yeah, this is Philly, the Emirate.
The Emirate Emperor. You're welcome, bro.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, now. Emirate Emperor. Naso? Network. I think just cut abruptly like that. The network. Sorry about that. Let's go to the next caller. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon to you. Oh, there's a hole back there. No, we need to take that kind of call. When they call, turn off the volume of your radio set, okay? So that we'll hear you well as they talk, okay? Yes. I'm not going to talk to them and say hello. You know, makes sense.
Now reverse standard version.
Hello.
You know, when you should be, brother. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Yeah. I'm very devastated by the death.
What's the name? Let's meet you first. What's the name?
I'm Patrick.
You're welcome, Patrick. Let's go.
Yeah. It's so sad.
Very sad. Very sad. You know, it's a shame.
In any case, why don't people want to talk about Chelsea?
The time never reached. Not turn by turn. After Liverpool, now we'll talk Arsenal. After Arsenal, we'll talk about Man City before Chelsea. No, don't worry. Now Chelsea, they get their own time. We never reach. Just keep listening, okay? Not turn by turn.
I feel for the young wife who just come to video now.
All right. It's a shame. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you.
Cordial.
Hey, look Cordial.
Good afternoon, Cordial.
Hey, the one and only Cordial, the legendary Cordial. The legendary flying antelope.
Sorry?
The legendary flying antelope. It's been a while. Where have you been, Cordial?
I was listening to you. The joy of listening to you is always overwhelming.
Where are you, Cordial? You're welcome, sir. Let's go. I can hear you. We can hear you here.
Yeah. On the issue of the death of the Liverpool man, no. When the moment I heard it, I felt very sad because it goes back to remind me about a close friend in those days whom I loved. Have you heard the name Nwachukwu Onyekwere before?
Nwachukwu Onyekwere? No, I know here.
Igadega.
Hey, I hear Igadega, but I don't know Nwachukwu Onyekwere be the full name. I hear Igadega.
No, that is his name. He died under the same circumstances.
Hey, yeah.
After training, he was trying to rush to his hometown. And then along Enugu.
Chai.
When I had it, for a very long time, I couldn't overcome the shock. So
as if Jota's death was not enough, Peter Rufai also died that same day.
Even Peter Rufai, because Peter Rufai was also close to me.
No, at least.
61.
Oh, the teller.
Maybe for the sake of your colleagues, let me introduce myself once again.
No,
we greet you too.
We salute you.
Odogo, Jota death, the thing really touched me.
No, it's painful now. It was a painful one.
I'm telling you, when I heard it that Thursday, I really wept because I know the man and
quickly. You see, for me, I would say they all retired at number 20 for that because of the way he carried the guy. So, I they all retired that number because that guy, Jota is a very good player. Which that Chelsea, then they score Chelsea, but Arsenal Arsenal summer to them.
Your Val says, my brother, I feel cool. I feel weak. Your Val says, my brother, I feel cool. I feel weak. I felt shocked and I was devastated. But who am I? God knows the best. Rest in peace, bro. Retiring the news, I felt pains on my bones. It was really a sad news for me, but God knows the best. And Ubi Patrick says, I was so devastated when I first heard.
Uncle Chief Baka. 11 days with the small children. I don't even know where that woman will start. I'm telling you. So, telling you, they go feel and well.
Go dressing room now. You know, go see them again from inside there.
You
go pain them well. They will be seen.
Make them just forget about.
Messages have been dropping as well, so it's still the same number 070-1933-9962 for your voice notes. Yes, and text messages. Drop them there.
We get that now. They very very light for the front now. Only Salah Gapu and Diaz because already can't finish. So I think we send another number 9, proper number 9. Because of the letter to be better.
But the answer on the receiver. Huh? Why in the answer to go Jota? In Mama, the same pass. All right, at this point, let's leave Liverpool and go to Arsenal.
Former captain of the Super Falcons and 4-time African Cup winner. Keep listening to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one.
It is still the Fans Arena. The Fans Arena. Do well to like and follow our page on Facebook, the Fans Arena. Like and follow that page. Today we're giving out Arena Igusi and there. First 2 correct entries will win 1,000 naira worth of airtime. Who moved to the Blues for £72 million in 2018, and he joins on a 3-year deal, having made the same move in recent transfer windows, and brings the experience.
The goal that is win and be the best ones.
Yes, Kepa Arrizabalaga, right there. But I hear when you pronounce it in name by himself, saying Kepa Arrizabalaga. The Ganode sexual assault. The offenses were reported to have taken place between 2021 to 2022. The Metropolitan Police said the charges involve 3 women with 2 counts of rape relating to 1 woman.
Career now, it's a challenge. He's still not. It's not career now. It's a challenge. He's still not. It's not that good. Even if he is that good, even if he goes to jail, he can see if. This rape, you know,
that stigma will still be there.
The thing is, just once your name is cleared, it's cleared. But the thing is, just once your name is cleared, it's cleared. That's the.
See, look at his male goalkeeper. See, look at his male goalkeeper. Mary go right people need to. I tell that person when carry Ramsdale come out Neno. They say he's not afraid of making he's not afraid of making substitution of goalkeeper in a match. Substitution. Of goalkeeper in a match. We never see him do amo. Ateta is a confused man. Arrizabalaga cannot be the person now.
Fair banter to logic, so I understand. But it was understood why that decision was made. Raya is better with the ball on his feet. None of
most expensive goalkeeper in the world in the history of football. Today is going for £5 million.
You can imagine.
How are the mighty falling in?
What went wrong?
That's the law of diminishing marginal returns.
Exactly. It's not getting younger. No. Officially. Wait, let me help you. How many trophies? Which club do you support? How many trophies has Man U won?
Wait. The
official count of trophies.
Not a major trophy.
It's a trophy.
It's not a major trophy.
It's implemented website. It is counted.
0810-9510-951. From £72 million goalkeeper to now just
less of win. So, Emeka, this is
by any means. Are you by any means supporting rape?
I know they support them now, but then they mock Mason Greenwood.
Yes.
That time when your own happened. But I put it to you that Arsenal next season said they are not going to see second position.
Look with the wait.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mommy E.
I don't put on to you.
Hello.
If Arsenal changed 4 goalkeepers, how many goalkeepers have Chelsea? Almost 9 goalkeepers.
I tell you.
I'm surprised that it is now that his contract expires, that they are not bringing up rape charges. That one surprised me.
I wonder.
Governor, Abi.
Yeah, but the guy not
making hear that from you.
No. I live in governor for that. Odogu, back to the matter. Well, Odogu, despite the banter of the banter Arsenal, the good man said I want is good for a team to Liverpool in some games. Liverpool would have won this league. So I think that what Arsenal are trying to do, that at least maybe when there is no David Raya, a keeper that the team can look up.
Maybe Kepa going to keep cup games like FA Cup and
Kepa
Cup.
will talk here. I've been a
So you can have at least you have a better replacement, not the one that you'll be shaking that too good. You have a better replacement. So that's what they do. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Favor. Hello. You're welcome, Dan. Let's go there.
I greet everyone in the city.
We greet you too.
Greet you too.
Salute to you, brother.
So that this football, I don't understand that. When you are playing football, you suppose know the rules. This is that they are accusing Thomas Partey. She said that happened. As a footballer, I suppose know that these are Africa is different from Oyibo. Sometimes African people don't know what's happening.
They don't want to learn.
You suppose know that this is that Oyibo people they don't like. Then you make say yourself.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for your thoughts right here. 0810-9510-951. That's 0810-9510-951. The number to call, okay? Remember, you can send or WhatsApp messages on to that number on WhatsApp. 070-1933-9962. We go back to the phone line. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Odogo as well.
The Emirate Emperor Philip. You're welcome.
Yes. This is Philip, the Emirate Emperor.
Your official.
Yes, my greeting to all of you.
Then they hear you.
Yes.
Arena on Facebook, the Fans Arena on Facebook. I told you earlier that giveaway is still on. I mean, the predict and win game is still on. Tell us who will win. Who will score the first goal today between PSG and Bayern Munich? That match will start by 5 p.m. Club World Cup quarterfinal, star match, I tell you. Who will score the first goal? The name of the player that will score the first goal. If you get them correctly, first 2 correct entries, 1,000 naira worth of airtime. Big stories concerning your clubs. They get them there on a daily. They happen there, okay? So always go there and get those updates as well. The fans, and like and follow the page. Very quickly, we'll go there. Chaika Kevin OGB. Yes, I sent a message on the page. He says Kepa would only fit in as a backup, and until it's not the end of his career, he's talking about Thomas Partey, he will bounce back. I don't think Kepa have anything to offer Arsenal. Arsenal current goalkeeper is better than him. All right, Skivo Pero with that message right there, all the way from a chair. No, and not Real Madrid. And for to win trophy, he didn't go from Arsenal to Chelsea, but from Chelsea to Arsenal. Forget it. Just seeing him as a backup goalkeeper for Arsenal. Jude Onwe Ejike has sent a message on Facebook. He says, until Partey is found guilty, he cannot be punished. He can still come out like Mendy and Greenwood. For Kepa, he will help Arsenal win trophies in less than 2 years. Mark that message. Just mark that message. Yes, Kepa will help Arsenal win trophy in less than 2 years. Better says, I don't see the offense as the end of Partey's career. He will come out of it. I think Kepa will help.
You know, they drop from first speech to the end of the program. And they watch all of them on YouTube. Una handsome men. Thank you.
Thank you. Show love.
Thank you.
He said concerning Lepa and Kepa. Concerning Kepa, the new Arsenal goalkeeper. Wow. Concerning Kepa, the new Arsenal goalkeeper. Just be playing over 0.5.
Okay, we have a voice note. Before we go to Man City, let's take this voice note. Yes, I think it has to do with the Arsenal talking point right here on the Fans Arena.
Good afternoon. Yes, this is my name is Malali from the HSS Sky. Yes, this Arsenal matter. See, go keep well from there because if you see the thing, Kepa they do. For those that good player, I will give her number 1. So for me to give Arsenal, make the use and well, you help them. They will carry Premier League and Champions League. Yes, Kepa will help them. They will carry Champions League and Premier League. And again, for Thomas Partey, as a contract, I say one come up for Arsenal. This kind of issue when they come up.
And like I said, we are heading to City.
Football fans, my name is Mutiu Adepoju, former Super Eagles midfielder and 1994 AFCON winner. Keep listening to the Fans Arena with Emeka Dena, the Odogu one of sport.
City, Manchester City, we are the lads who are playing to win.
Guardiola said it was a pity his team could not go further, but immediately turned his attention to the start of the Premier League in August. Let's hear from Guardiola.
Yeah, it's a pity because we have been incredible journeys here together. We have been so good players. The vibe was really good, and I just say I can say not thank enough in set pieces and in actions. Bono making incredible saves. Nothing to say. We would have loved to continue because it's not easy to be here once every 4 years. So, and we were there. I had the feeling that the team still have that feeling.
Okay, you heard from Pep Guardiola. They have to go home, rest, refresh their mind, and come back for next season. Meanwhile, Burnley have completed a deal to sign Manchester City defender Kai Walker in a deal of worth up to £5 million. Walker has signed a 2-year contract. Did not take up the option to make the deal permanent. He now departs the City following a trophy-laden 8 years stay at the Etihad Stadium. We saw him win 17 trophies with the club, including 6 Premier League titles and the Champions League as part of that at the Club World Cup. Before the
feeling last week, I sent a message, but it wasn't read. If you watch the pattern of play Man City is trying to execute, their front line is not coordinating very well. Even their midfield, the Checky they brought in, the Nico Gonzalez they brought in, I've not seen a spark from them.
Reinders as well.
And the Reinders, they are trying to play particularly.
Want to face
another match. We bring different winger, different, and it doesn't go well.
Because of the new players, just want to test them.
No, even last season, even when they had all new players, you go say today, you go see Doku. Doku go perform one match. The next match, you go say Doku go play. You know, go play. So if he continues in this trajectory, my brother, it will not be well.
Chilwell, Man City looking good to mount a serious title challenge in the Premier League next season from what you saw at the club.
Time will be the judge, but they have the quality. They sign good players, very good players that can do very well. And as it stands now, I think it will still be 3 clubs challenging. City will get into the mix this time around. City, Arsenal, Liverpool.
Okay. The chief servant, Kai Walker from Man City to Burnley. Is it
very fast?
It's old for
it's not that young after all.
35 years.
Yeah, so
they don't have retirement now.
But Philip Beckham will if I just go start there, I go collect money.
I agree with him. The 101%. The law of diminishing marginal utility comes to play.
Booty.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Let's go to the phone line. 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. Let's hear from you. Yes. Okay, let's hear from you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Talking about, I remember they beat Juventus 5-2. Everybody clap for them. Group stage. Now, them be the only team who win all their 3 matches for the Club World Cup for group stage. But reach a round of 16. They were shocked by Al Hilal of Saudi Arabia. Were you impressed with Man City's performance at the Club World Cup? From what you saw at the Club World Cup, do you think they can launch a serious title challenge in the Premier League? Have they been able to put their last season woes behind them? Can I walk? Very good afternoon to you. That's Philip, the Emirate Emperor.
Yes, really, the Emirate Emperor.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, my humble greeting. See, Man City, I'm not convinced, or they have not come back, because forget the 3 win in the win in this state. Look at what Al Hilal do them.
Put them for their body, then believe.
I'm telling you, they have not come back. This season they will struggle.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for your call from Man City to Burnley. It be like where you move from Enyimba to Gombe United. It be like where you move from Enyimba to Gombe United.
Very good.
I could do no Enyimba to what if we do we go relegation stuff.
It's good for him. That is why the Bowman better pass us. Bowman better pass us.
So now you
do better there. That is why Igbo is better than us.
Now you will you better.
Do better there. That is why Igbo is better than us.
Now you will you better pass. I don't agree that one. I said I don't agree that one with the talk. I don't agree. No, I'm not supposed to say Igbo better pass me. Leave that matter beg. No. All right, you can send us your messages via text or WhatsApp to 07019339962. Go to WhatsApp to 07019339962. Go to Facebook, like and follow us. The Fans Arena. Drop your comments there. Some messages on Facebook. The Fans Arena. Messages are plenty right there. This one from the Mayor Val. It says, yes, I'm impressed with the performance at least the only club that give a good account of themselves at the group stage. What happened in the round of 16? All right, for Kai Walker, going to Burnley is not a good move for a big player like himself. All right, let's leave it there and go to Jude Onwejike. He says, I'm not impressed with Man City's performance at the Club World Cup. They're supposed to be among the last 4. For Walker, he has reached his point. I am not impressed by the way they perform in the Club World Cup. If they want to challenge for the title next season, they need to improve their game. All right, Beta Betel says, I'm not impressed, all right, with the performance. And what did he say about Kai Walker? Okay, they didn't say anything about Kai Walker. Ishaq Saribor finally says, I'm the one all three, the only team to do so. But they were shocked in the round of 16 by Saudi side Al Hilal. 4 goes to 3. I mean, it was a go play under your teammate as coach. 0810-951-0951. That's 0810-951-0951. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we are running to Stamford Bridge. Let's run to Stamford Bridge. You know, be like, so we get plenty of people going to Man City right now. So let's go to Despite Stavo Willian scoring against the club, he is about to join. Stavo Willian scoring against the club, he is about to join. Cole Palmer slid in a 16-minute opener, and after Stavo had leveled early in the second half, Malogustos cross deflected off a defender, Gia Augustine, and into his own goal to seal victory. A lot of the headlines, though, will go to Brazil's teenage sensation Stavo, who scored a wonderful leveler from a tight angle in the 53rd minute. The 18-year-old Brazil international will now complete a move to Chelsea in a deal that could be worth £52 million. And let's hear from Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca, who admitted he was pleased with his team's performance against the energetic Brazilians.
Very happy, very happy. It's a fantastic day. As you said, semi-final or Club World Cup, you know, the best club in the world. We are here, and the effort from the players again tonight has been fantastic. We are very happy. Yeah, very happy for Cole. Probably for us has been the perfect night because we won and Estevao scored, so it was very good for all of us.
All right, that was the Enzo Maresca. In the semi-finals, the Blues, Chelsea, will face another Brazilian team, Fluminense, who defeated Saudi giants Al Hilal 2-1 in their last 8 encounter earlier in the day. Elsewhere, Chelsea have been fined. Chelsea have been fined by UEFA for breaching the European governing body's financial rules. Enzo Maresca's side could be prevented from registering new players for UEFA competitions for the forthcoming season unless they have a positive transfer balance by the end of the summer transfer window. Chelsea have been fined 31 million euros. 31 million euros. That's 26.7 million pounds. And could be fined a further 60 million euros. That is 51.2 million pounds if they do not comply with the rules in the next 4 years. The punishments relate to a breach of UEFA's football earnings rule and having a squad cost ratio, the proportion of their income paid out in wages above 80%. You can imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, we will come back to get the thoughts of the guys and your own thoughts after this commercial timeout. Don't touch it, don't touch it. It is still the Fans Arena.
Promo as J&Co Nigeria introduce electronicshop.com 3rd year anniversary promo. Celebrate our 3 years anniversary with a smile. Buy any of these air conditioners: Panasonic, Fireman, Mentor, Nexus, Beko, Sharp, Daikin, Gree and Binatone and get free installation. Buy any big screen TV of 55 to 100 inches to enjoy free installation as well. Buy any electronics from any of our store and get a gift. Offer valid till the 20th of July 2025. Rush to www.electronicshop.com or visit us at number 141/149 Transamadi Industrial Layout or 228 Abba Road, Onyejiaka Plaza, Artillery, Port Harcourt. Reach us on 070-397-13514, 070-397-13514 or 080-685-01444. Hurry while offer lasts. Electronic Shop is free. We are as J Nigeria Limited. We are champions in price and quality.
Waiting they create party for my
cubes. Terra Seasoning Cube turns your meals into a masterpiece. Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, I'm cooked with Terra cubes. I'm cooked with Terra.
No buy am. But why? No see say this big bull bag of rice no get the new big bull holographic seal. Not true.
Introducing the Big Bull Holographic Seal Tape, your favorite authentic Big Bull rice, 50 kg and 25 kg. Now with holographic seal tape. This is to ensure you get the premium product from Big Bull Rice. Do not buy if the holographic seal tape is not on the bag or is broken. Big Bull Rice. Tasty rice nourished you.
How do we make our cooking come alive? Oh, Pepetera. For that tasty meal when you like, oh, Pepetera. I mean, you won't cook food too with Pepetera.
Whether it's jollof or na stew, even for porridge or spaghetti, cook to impress with Pepetera.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Good taste brand oil is rich in gamma oryzanol. Several studies suggest that gamma oryzanol may contribute to the reduction of bad cholesterol. Golden Terra Smart Balance Oil. Good food, no.
Terra Gold Cube, the amazing seasoning cube. So when you're cooking your delicious meals, don't compromise. Go for gold. Go for gold. Oh.
Terra Gold Seasoning Cube.
1 cube, endless possibilities. Terra Gold.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Select the team go to semi-final. Not believe say the many people go choose Chelsea.
Not true.
But just like Chelsea, any year they do carry their Kurobara para go win trophy, and I go there they go win this trophy. That is a team for you. That's one thing I kind like them all. Let me say I like their pattern of play, but they know how to die by thunder by fire. We'll get to that end. We'll reach there. If you go play this PSG, what they thought
of the region destination because the Brazilian side are out for business. If you look at their trajectory over this very competition, they've been out.
They say the money where they spend, the money where the profit that they make, the money where the profit that they make is less. Is it?
And the £30 million now like slap on the wrist for a club like Chelsea, and it is 4 years. If you look at the band, in 4 years, if they don't retract their step,
the second part, we will give them 60 million euros fine. Yeah.
In 4 years, so I mean, 4 years is too long a time. So that's why we keep saying that.
Okay, no serious issue.
No serious issue at all.
All right, let's go to the phone line to hear from you. 0810-951-0951. 0810-951-0951. That's the number to call. 0810-951-0951. It's all about the Blues. Did you see their good run this competition coming? Oh, they are through to the semi-finals where they will face Fluminense next week Tuesday. And what are the chances of Chelsea beating Fluminense? Talk to us about the UEFA fine on Chelsea for breaching UEFA's financial regulations. Hello. You say your name now, Uche, you're welcome. Let's go there.
Okay, kids have played already.
They played early this morning.
So they won.
They won. Uche, raise your voice. They won 2-1 against Palmeiras.
So they won 2-1
against Palmeiras. Yeah.
Thank God. So they are next opponent now is
Fluminense from Brazil, another Brazilian opponent.
From Brazil again. It's all right. You will deal with them.
All right. Thank you so much, Uche. Let's go to another caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you, my brother.
Yeah, I greet you.
Malam Musa.
Malam Musa.
Where you go since now?
I travel now.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Good to have you back.
I go middle belt now, my place.
You bring yam. What do you bring come back?
Benio Plachi now, former Benio Plachi.
You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you. I don't miss you now.
We miss you past now. And
I agree the entire house. I agree now.
Oh, they greet you too.
Yes, una too much. And time no day. I keep saying the rush well. Time no day.
No time.
You see Chelsea, what in Felix Beckham and talk, now it is true. Chelsea now, me I dey play bet well. But Chelsea, you don't go put your money on them, because they chase.
But the fans want the boost now. Then they go win the club workers. They know the boost already.
Maybe they know boss. Maybe they know they are deal because of Chelsea. You don't go dey sure with what thing they go fit do. And because if you check out now, Flamingo now they trash them well now.
They want put up for them, but they for group stage.
Yesterday they come out the other Brazilian.
Yeah, Palmeiras. Yeah.
And the winning goal now on goal. So we don't know what thing will happen. So Chelsea, anything will see happen. So upon pertaining the sanction, they want sanction them now. That one has more money now. So no one that one has
All right,
money.
thank you so much. Leave it there and go to the next caller. Hello.
Hello, Dog One of
I greet you, my brother Philip. You're welcome.
Yes, Philip, the United Fellow. Yes, I agree the house. Yes, Odogo, what Ferry the backer man talk na true. You see Chelsea, they no go play fine football, make you see, but as then they go like person wey drink na so then they go. Before
they go the stagger before they don't reach where they go.
They reach the final. Now so Chelsea there. So this one where then they do like this one, but I know see they say they go overcome this Brazil.
Fluminense, yeah. Okay.
I'm telling you, this one they're very more tactical than Chelsea.
Okay.
When they play their ball.
All right.
Yeah. So I think Chelsea is really not.
Okay. We'll leave it there. Sorry, let's leave it there and go to another caller. Hello.
Hello, Odogo One.
Yeah, another Chelsea fan. Olaleko, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Odogo One, you see, when I able to see Chelsea, I see them for final.
Well, if they beat Fluminense on Tuesday night, they don't enter final like this. So.
Yeah, I say when I able to see them for final. But when I got the final, Odogo One was for. That PSG when beat Arsenal, beat our England.
Beat Liverpool, beat Arsenal, beat everybody. Beat Man City, all of them. Aston Villa, come on, they finish.
More show them.
No, they give on a 5-0. I know be joke. See PSG, they catch Chelsea, we reach 5-0.
No. See when I did it, I would like
make one reach final first. Don't worry, first reach final, yeah.
I do not Chelsea for that one.
No,
anything problem, you know how to carry out.
I hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon to you.
Oh, don't go and call you back now, Daniel.
Daniel, welcome. Let 3-0. Which one?
Chelsea will win 3-0.
Okay.
We'll beat Bayern.
Bayern will beat PSG.
That one, I don't tell you several times.
Okay, no, now this evening, 5 o'clock, you know, Tuesday again. The next, less than just 1 hour and 15 minutes. Thank you so much, Daniel, for your call. Arena, like and follow the page to go see the post there. Drop your predictions. Who will score the first goal of that encounter? Yes, Bayern Munich and PSG. 5 p.m. Nigerian time. Club World Cup quarterfinals right there in the US. 0810-95.
Dial.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, but before we talk about Man United, there's this call coming through. Moku just here, and maybe a Chelsea fan. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, Favor, are you a Chelsea fan?
Yes, I'm new. I just won my conference league.
What is conference league? What is that thing? What is it called? What is that? I don't know about it. What is it? For top flight, I've been a second tier, I've been a third tier.
I have peace.
Rest side of London, they didn't win anything. No, Arsenal, they didn't win anything.
I moved on the blue side.
It's okay.
So, let me tell you, see, for me, I'm very optimistic that Chelsea can go for this tournament because with the way the boys
stand. The financials of a deal to sign Manchester United winger Jadon Sancho, according to journalist Ben Jacobs, speaking on the United stand. It's been a tricky few years for Sancho, who has struggled to make a significant impact since moving to Old Trafford from Bundesliga side Borussia Dortmund. A recent loan move to Chelsea didn't work a similar package, but United will, of course, demand a transfer fee if he does depart on a permanent transfer in the coming months. pounds. Juventus are also offering either of Timothy Weah, the source in Aston Villa striker Oli Watkins, with moves for Sporting Lisbon's Vitor Gyökeres and Brentford forward Brian Belmo not progressing. The club are said to be turning their attentions to the England international. The newspaper adds that Watkins is ready for a new challenge. However, Watkins and forget about Brian Belmo. They don't price £62 million yet. This people no agree. Brentford no agree from Belmo.
I think for me, Oli Watkins is a more better.
Find that guy that you.
Very nice striker from Serbia. Yeah, I think they should go for him. But most of all, I think that between Mbeumo and Watkins, all of them, Victor Osimhen is ahead of them. So if Manchester United know what they want or what's good for them, they should go for Victor Osimhen.
Oh boy, Osimhen, you go see, I go tell Osimhen make be agent.
No, he's a good
all right, which of them would you advise Man United to go for as part of the swap deal? Which of these players? Remember, Douglas Luiz gets Premier League experience. He don't play for Premier League before, okay? These other ones never play Premier League. Let's go to the phone line. Hello.
Hello, don't go on about back.
Okay, Favor, welcome back. Let's hear you, bro.
Okay, well, going about Manchester United, I think that for me, if I was Ruben Amorim,
you know they like before again. For Juventus to agree to offer number 9 in place of a winger.
Amorim can make this and Vlahovic is
because Juventus don't sign Jonathan David yesterday. They don't complete the deal for Jonathan David on number 9. Yeah.
Ruben Amorim can make Vlahovic.
All right, thank you so much. And forget about Mbeumo and Vlahovic. Go bring Douglas Luiz. Okay, we'll wait. Don't forget that by 5 p.m. today, Paris Saint-Germain will take on Bayern Munich in the Club World Cup quarterfinals. Yes, one of the quarterfinal games. Then by 9 p.m., the last quarterfinal game will be between Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, a repeat of the Champions League final last year. All right, so those ones 0810-951-951. And on the other hand, United have been offered either Timothy Weah, Dusan Vlahovic, or Douglas Luiz in a swap deal to get Jadon Sancho move over to Juventus. Okay, so which of these players do you think they should go for as part of that swap deal? To Facebook page in a jiffy to get some of your messages there. But don't forget, the phone line is open. It is 0810-9510-95. Yeah, good afternoon to you, my brother.
Good afternoon to you, and I greet everybody for the studio.
Good to hear you.
Yes, my name is God knows Allah Amukela. I'm calling from Imodogotu in Amoha local government.
You're welcome. Let's go there, God knows.
So we say
happy
birthday to you. So we all here will say happy birthday to you.
All right. Happy birthday. All right, thank you so much.
.1fm. Such a unique style.
Hello, my name is Kanu Wanko, aka Papilo. For the latest and trending sports stories, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
My name is Gianni Infantino, FIFA president. For the best of sports, always listen to Today Sports Live on Today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt.
All right, a very good evening to you and welcome to today's Sports Live. As said, it's the abridged version of the show, the Saturday's version of the show. So we're going to be here holding down things as regards the world of football from now up until 6 p.m. where the news updates will be coming your way. And you know how we always do it. I will start off with stories coming from the foreign scene as it has to do with football. And then we move down later on to talk football from the local scene, that is from the Nigerian scene. A lot to talk about this beautiful Saturday evening. It is the 5th day of July 2025. The guys who did the business for the Fans Arena are done and dusted, and here we are. So we're going to be switching on things right now. It is still your regular host, most of the times, Osasi Hiwin. You can call me the demigod in the world of sports, or better still, call me your chauffeur, because I'll be the man behind this console to drive you through this ever amazing and exciting world of...
Down there at Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba. And no thanks to the demise of the Liverpool player Diogo Jota, which his funeral and his brothers actually going on as we speak. My heart goes out to his wife, family, parents and all that. I pray that God gives them the fortitude to bear their loss at this point in time. So on that note, I say welcome to the show.
All right. And there's also Victor Israel, as I said before. Victor, good evening.
Good evening to you, Osas. Good evening to the guys in the studio. Good evening to the listeners out there, the listeners all over Nigeria. It's always nice to be here to talk sports, especially the round leather game. We've seen lots of things happen. It has been a really terrible week for the round leather game in general. In Nigeria, we lost a legend in Peter Rufai.
Yes,
Dodo Mayana. For those that watched him, they said the man was very, very...
I actually watched him. Yes, I watched the 1994 World Cup in the United States.
I think I only watched...
Then we used to say he sees balls when they are played to his right-hand side. And when he goes to the left, he finds it difficult handling those balls. Yes, I did see him through, but he was a presence in between the sticks for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I've never seen... any goalkeeper for the Super Eagles of Nigeria issue out such confidence. The last time we saw something close to it was that of Vincent Yama.
Especially the way he commands his backline.
Yes, the way he commands his backline. So we have lost.
Yeah, Nigeria have really lost a legend. I think one of my standouts for what I watched, though I watched it on clips, was his catching ability. The way he catches shots that you hear from far. You expect the goalkeeper to maybe make a punch, but he grabs it confidently. So I think Nigeria is really blessed with lots of goalkeepers. We saw Ike Shurumu, we saw Vincent Nyama. At some point, we did also see Kali Keme, Ejide, Van Zenki. I think there was
Ambrose Van Zenki.
Ambrose Van Zenki. Dele Ayeluba also. There were lots of them. Jiboye was also
Michael
there.
Okpara, was he?
Dele Jiboye was there. There are lots of... Nigeria has been blessed with lots of goalkeepers, though we are also... we can also say, yes, there have been some goalkeepers that couldn't make the cut. But it's really a sad one for Nigeria, and also a sad one for football in general. Diogo Jota is a man that you can say he had 0 haters. Lots of fans, irrespective. Even I would say he owned Arsenal because of the way he was always putting the goals against Arsenal. But
you're forgetting one team. The team Chelsea.
The man was always present in the big games. He was always doing the damage in the big games. But even the rival fans are coming out to say good things.
For the records, Diogo Jota hasn't lost in a game where he scored.
Okay.
Yeah, he played 52 games. He scored in 52 games and 9 draws, and he won the rest. So he is a fantastic record. He will be missed, not just in Liverpool, but in football in general.
All right. The entire footballing world has been thrown into some days of mourning, as today Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva were laid to rest right there in Portugal. There is also Gift Jogo right here in the house. Gift, good evening.
Good evening, PHCT, and also to my colleagues right here. I'm so delighted to be here as always. But the truth is, in Morocco, we are seeing a different turn as the South African teams and the Moroccan teams actually in the WAFCON actually gearing up, trying to challenge the Super Falcons. I just hope it turns out great for them. The truth is, we have emerged so far. We've come so far to see that most people will feel like Super Falcons are going to get this one, and then we have other new talents who are eager and hungry for this same position.
All right.
So we are just thinking and hoping our star-studded team does not,
disappoint.
Actually, because we've come a long way. Lots of disappointments all this while at the Olympics, at the 2023 World Cup, and it's been a while. So we're just hoping this one turns out. And also, to the, should I say, Liverpool, should I say legend also, but the man has been fantastic.
He's a legend. He's a Liverpool legend.
Yes, yeah. Yesterday was filled with tears and so on. People were bidding him farewell. Well, it has happened, and I'm so happy to be here to talk about sports.
All right, so happy to be here to talk about sports. She made mention of the Super Falcons. Yes, the 2024 WAFCON is going to be up and running pretty soon by 3 p.m. Oh, that should have been okay. No. By 3 p.m. Yes, Morocco will be up against Zambia. Would that be 3 p.m. when it starts? I'll get you or bring you up to speed with the time on that particular one. And it's supposed to be today. It kickstarts today. So the Super Falcons of Nigeria would be up and running tomorrow in their very first game against Tunisia. So we wish them all the best going through. So ladies and gentlemen, that's how it's going to be on the show today. Remember, we're going to start from talking points right there at the global stage when it has to do with football, and from there we go to the Nigerian stage to continue what we know how to do best. So you can be part of the conversation at any point in time by joining us from the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. It's up and running right now to take your reaction. 0701-933-9962. That's the number to drop your reactions to for the SMS and the WhatsApp portal. And later on the show, I'll throw open the phone line to talk to you right here and take your reaction. 0810-9510-951. So that's that. And as we proceed, definitely we'll be giving you all that you need. But before we go ahead, let me just get you to unwind a bit with this one coming from Fireboy, DML, and Oxlade. They call it Sing.
Bad man just they live life on their own. Bad man just they roll as they go. Bad man no get beef with anybody. Bad man they do anything on the low. Bad man they really try go. Bad man a cobra, man a python. Write one song, record all night long. After it's done, it's still the right songs. So waiting come be this one. Would they follow you to competition? I followers not be 1 million, but my fan base always strong. It gone. This life not turn by turn. See as all of us they blow one by one. So bad man no get beef with anybody. Bad man no get time gone. Bad man just wants to sing, sing, sing. Ooh, oh, ooh, oh, ooh, oh. Bad man wants to sing, sing, oh.
All right, just there to change the mood as we start talking through. But while playing this song, something struck me. It looks like something that is particular to Arsenal fans right now. It looks like a song suiting to Arsenal fans. When you say bad man on his own, doing what he knows how to do best on the low, every Arsenal fan could take it for themselves right now. You know, coming off a season where the major stakeholders in London brought something back home, and for Arsenal, nothing really came apart from the trophy for beating or defeating Real Madrid in the finals of the UEFA Champions League. That is what they could. I'm not firing shots at Arsenal, but I'm not. No, I'm not. But it's actually suiting at this point in time if they decide to choose that one to listen to. But it's been a beautiful season running through, a week that started on a high, but some way, somehow, it didn't really end too well, because on Thursday, the sporting world lost so many, call about 4 or 5 football personnel, starting with Diogo Jota, Andre Silva. There was also the youth coach of Bayern Munich, and we also had one from the Middle East, and then Dodo Mayana himself, Peter Rufai. But definitely the world will continue to move on, but we'll always remember these great men and the achievements and contributions that they've had in the world of football. For the Liverpool legend, Diogo Jota, the funeral service...
The legend already. Is he a legend already?
Yes, he could be called a Liverpool legend.
No, he could be termed as a cult hero.
A cult hero?
Yeah.
I saw it that he's a Liverpool legend. I did see that.
No, I'm not disputing what you said, but I'm trying to look at the term legend.
Yeah.
Possibly because he's dead. If not, I wouldn't see Diogo Jota as a legend of Liverpool. I'd mostly see him as a cult hero.
Okay.
For Liverpool, based on what the man has, brought to Liverpool, and for me, I think he's the best finisher Liverpool have got, apart from Mo Salah, because you look at his numbers. The man is one of those. He's more or less termed the fox in the box, But for me, I think he's more or less a cult hero than a Liverpool legend.
I don't know if there's any other person in the house that would want to toe the other lane at this point.
Yeah, permit me to say that Diogo Jota I would say yes, he's seen as a legend. Even if he was still alive, he was seen as a legend because, barring the injuries, Diogo Jota has been very, very formidable. You don't come into a team that at some point had the best front three in world football. We could remember the days of Salah, Firmino, and Mane. He came into that team, and at some point he sent Roberto Firmino to the bench, and he was starting games at some point. So you don't do that. He scores goals. It's just the fact that yes, he doesn't get to start so many games because of injuries, but the man does his job when he comes into the play. He's that danger man. Believe me, if it was the 2018 Champions League final where Mo Salah got injured, if you were bringing in a certain Diogo Jota instead of an Adam Lallana, believe me, the danger would still be there for Liverpool. But the levels dropped when Salah was going out and Lallana was the one coming in. So Diogo Jota is that like-for-like replacement for Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino. So if you can consider those men to be legends, then I think Diogo Jota should also be up there.
All right.
I think, we are debating about Liverpool and Diogo Jota, whatever. Victor Israel, who is Divock Origi a Liverpool legend?
Divock Origi is seen as a cult hero.
So if Divock Origi is a cult hero, based on what he has done for Liverpool, the importance of the man, the goals that the man has scored, and those those goals actually stand for, I believe you know what I mean in terms of I know in terms of what's it called, the Merseyside derby, the Champions League, corner taken quickly and all that. Then if that is done and Divock Origi is seen as a Liverpool as a cult hero, for Liverpool, I believe Diogo Jota is, they've given him that as because he's dead. I believe that's my own point of view. That's why he's given that status of a legend in Liverpool. If not, if he's still playing, I think for me the man is a superb striker. Like I said earlier, one of the best finishers in Liverpool apart from Mo Salah. Very literal in front of goals. But if the man is still playing, I think he's yet to have earned the statue legend in Liverpool. I still believe the man is a cult hero.
All right, okay. That's the argument that will be settled maybe another day, but not today. But about 2 days ago, it was said that he has been adopted as a Scouser and a Liverpool legend. A Scouser and a Liverpool legend. And that Liverpool have agreed and confirmed that they will immortalize the number 20 jersey for Diogo Jota. So this is what you can say about a legend. Now, the funeral service for himself and his brother Andre Silva has ended. A procession heads towards the cemetery where they will be buried in their hometown, Gondoma, right there in Porto in Portugal. It was full of emotions and emotional aura everywhere at the Chapel of Resurrection in Gondoma, at the outskirts of Porto. Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk and defender Andy Robertson carried the reds with the number 20. That's for Diogo Jota, and number 30 for Andre Silva. And at this point, we're going to be looking at Diogo Jota's miss and his contribution and how much Liverpool will be able to come out of this. The season commences pretty soon, maybe in a month or plus. We will be having the season return. But how well can Diogo Jota be replaced? I was talking with some of my colleagues outside. We had a conversation before here and coming in here, and we're looking at the chances of new strikers coming in. We're looking at the chances of those who are there remaining. And Victor Israel here said Darwin Núñez has no business leaving Liverpool. And I recall Victor Israel, just before the season ended, was like, I can't wait for the season and the transfer window to resume so that we can offload Darwin Núñez. So, Victor Israel, to you now, how much of a lacuna has this created? How much of a loophole has this become for Liverpool? And how well can Liverpool restructure themselves? By the way, Liverpool have agreed and confirmed that Diogo Jota's salaries will be paid for the remaining 2 years of his contract. A good, big one there for the Merseyside, as it goes a long way to continue to pour out those respects for the man who has given, or who did give his all for the Reds right there. But how do you think Liverpool can get past this loophole that has been created in that offense? One thing I enjoyed most about Diogo Jota is the fact that he had a perfect positioning, was always there at the right time. Those crucial goals that could win you games, it was Diogo Jota most of the time. So, how do you see Liverpool getting past this huge loophole opened right there?
I think before the end of the season, lots of Liverpool fans, lots of football fans would have said that that's the end of the road for Darwin Núñez at Liverpool, because the man at some point wasn't doing what they expected of their number 9. He was just the direct opposite of Diogo Jota. Jota might be injured, but when he comes in, sometimes he just needs seconds to put in the ball at the back of the net. We saw it when he came in, when Liverpool were trailing to Nottingham Forest in the second leg of their tie. And he came in, and 22 seconds later, he had the ball in the back of the net, courtesy of the cross from Kostas Tsimikas, another substitute also. Yeah. So I just feel Liverpool fans would have wanted Darwin Núñez to leave, but you look at the situations now. They've already broken, I think they've almost they broke their record, almost breaking the British record after they got Florian Wirtz.
Yes.
And you also look at, they've gotten Milos Kekes for 45 million, and also gotten Jeremy Frimpong for almost 30 million. And the Fenway Sports Group that we know do not spend the way the boys at Chelsea, the owners at Manchester United, the way they do spend. So getting to spend almost 200 million, if I'm not mistaken, getting to spend 200 million in one transfer window. And they're also looking at a possible deal for Alexander Isak. That was even before the Diogo Jota news. So I just feel they wouldn't want to replace two strikers at the same time.
All right.
Because this is not Diogo Jota leaving and you getting money for him.
Okay.
This is a man leaving the world. This is a man that he left for nothing. You didn't make any profit from it. So they wouldn't want to replace immediately. I think the likes of Harvey Elliott would also not be sold.
Okay. So now what happens to the pursuit of Alexander Isak?
I think the Isak deal will still remain the way it is. Liverpool are just waiting to pounce if they see an opportunity. That's what they did with Florian Wirtz, because Wirtz was the first option, and at some point Ryan Cherki was a plan B.
Okay.
They knew that there will be a competition for the signing of Florian Wirtz, and they were up there. They just felt if the pendulum swings to their own favour, they will be ready to pounce. And when it did, they went all out for him. At some point, we got the news where Arne Slot traveled to meet with Ryan Cherki to talk about the deal also. That was trying to work out a plan B. So I think for Alexander Isak, it will still remain the same. If they see the striker trying to force a move out of the Magpies, they will be ready to cash in on him. So, but allowing Darwin Núñez leave, because I feel Darwin Núñez would have left and maybe Diogo Jota would have been a like-for-like competition for whoever comes in. Maybe be a backup for whoever comes in, knowing fully well that he might not get to start the full 38 games because of his injury record. But Diogo Jota is out. Luis Diaz is well sought after. We've seen Bayern Munich come and Liverpool rejected the bid. We've seen Barcelona come and they also rejected the bid. They wouldn't want Luis Diaz to leave. They might decide to let him run down his contract and maybe leave on a free transfer. But they wouldn't want Darwin Núñez to just leave without a replacement. Believe me, if Darwin Núñez will be leaving, they'll be signing 2 strikers. And in this current transfer window that we know, getting a striker, even if it's a striker that will sit on the bench, you'll be shelling out almost 50 million for that striker. They wouldn't want to sign Vids for 116 million, get Isak for possible 150 million, and get another striker for, let's say, 60 to 70 million in one transfer window. If you ask any Liverpool fan, they will tell you that that is not how FSG works. So I just feel we'll see a case scenario where Harvey Elliott will stay, possibly be the deputy to Mohamed Salah.
All right.
Then Federico Chiesa might leave because he wants to play consistent football.
Yeah.
Then we'll see Darwin Núñez become a backup to whoever comes in as a striker. Then they try to maintain what they've got. Florian Wirtz can also play as a false 9. Then Luis Diaz can also play as a false 9. There is also Cody Gakpo there. The balance still remains in the team. I think that's the best case scenario we'll see Liverpool do.
All right, whichever way Liverpool decides to manage this one as they prepare to get into the new season, definitely we would know as the days continue to unfold. But for now, the deepest of condolences, support and thoughts with the families or the family of Diogo Jota, as well as his younger brother, Andre Silva. May their souls continue to rest in perfect peace. So away from that, right now we move to look at what's happening with the Club World Cup, as half of the quarter-final matches have been played or were played yesterday. It was Fluminense who went through into the semi-finals of that particular tournament, defeating Al Hilal by 2-1, and Palmeiras lost to Chelsea by 1-2. So Chelsea in the semi-finals of this one. For today by 5 p.m. is going to be Paris Saint-Germain up against Bayern Munich, and it's going to be Real Madrid by 9 p.m. who lock horns with Borussia Dortmund. Yes, and we'll see how that one pans out. But for yesterday, Chelsea into the semi-finals of the Club World Cup. Did you see it coming, Benjamin?
Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying this because Chelsea won, but before, after that game that Jackson got red-carded, I saw Chelsea. For once, I've seen Chelsea play good football, against Fluminense. The truth is, Chelsea are growing. But I think what Chelsea lack is a leader on the pitch. That's just one of the major issues of Chelsea. But again, I am more comfortable and with the way Chelsea played. Felix was, his combination between himself and that of Madueke was something phenomenal, yesterday. But again, I think I'm still. Chelsea looks like a team that will get to the final, and I think Chelsea might be heading to the final of the Club World Cup. Because I'm not saying this because they won. This is from what I saw yesterday. The game I saw yesterday, I think Chelsea are getting to gel up in terms of their the way they play, but leadership is actually lacking on the pitch, and the back line at some point. I think the back line, the best player in their back line for yesterday was Marco Kurela. This guy, since the Euro, that he came back from the Euro, the man has been awesome in terms of the way he plays, I must confess. So kudos to Chelsea for their win, but again, I see Chelsea going far in this tournament. My fear is the post-tournament effect on them. But come on, Chelsea are making good money, and that will continue because they have made £62.9 million since the Club World Cup starts.
All right, and in as much as they are making money, they would also be losing money, as Chelsea have been fined 31 million euros by UEFA for breaching financial rules. An additional 60 million euros fine could follow in further breaches if that is confirmed. So make money, lose money. It is right now for Chelsea.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Definitely. So Chelsea, in one sort of maybe it has to do with much of the transfers around them at this point. But we're also joined in the studio by Henry Ogugwo. He's here, the engineer in the world of sport. Henry, good evening to you. Welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Masaz. Good evening to my colleagues and to our lovely listeners out there. Great to be here.
Okay, great to be here. Henry, we're looking at the Club World Cup as it is right now. A lot has been said about the Club World Cup. Thibaut Courtois says, if you believe the 4 people on Twitter who think the level of the Club World Cup is garbage, you are mistaken. People who really know the game are aware that Brazilian teams are strong, that Al Hilal is a great team, and that Monterrey could win today. That he did say. So, but looking at the Club World Cup as a whole, what does it speak to you concerning the level of continental football around the world? Where is Africa, first of all?
You know where I stand as regards this. I always say football is not only played in Europe, and I'll keep on saying it. Football is not only played in Europe. They tend to deceive, not me, but most people with the Champions League. And most of these teams can play in the Champions League. Fluminense are in the semi-finals of the Club World Cup. They've proven that they can play in the Champions League. Flamengo can play in the Champions League. They've proven it. Palmeiras can do same. Botafogo, they can do same. They've proven that they have the quality to play at that level, and they are trying to kill them. They make it look like it's only European clubs that are not playable. If Chelsea or Bayern Munich play Flamengo, they will flog or trash Flamengo 5 or 6. Yes, Bayern beat Flamengo, but Flamengo gave a very good account of themselves. I mean, it was just one of those games, you know, that if Flamengo did, or Bayern came and had to up their game. They had to play at the highest level they could possibly play against Flamengo to be able to beat Flamengo. That was the game I watched. So I think that narrative has to die down as quickly as possible. Look at Fluminense. Look at them. They are in the semi-final of the Club World Cup at the end of the day, and you look at how well they played. They've kicked out Inter Milan. They kicked out Al Hilal yesterday, and Al Hilal themselves are a very good side at the end of the day also. We saw what they did. They kicked out Man City. They drew with Real Madrid. So I think that narrative, as football is not only played in Europe, and this other side show that they have money. Yes, Africa has a long way to do and catch up. The only club in Africa, or the only clubs in Africa that look like they can compete, are Sundowns and Al Ahly. Esperance and Wydad didn't look like it. Al Ahly, I feel messed up personally. They had no business drawing with Inter Miami. They should have beaten Inter Miami. They should have beaten Porto. They let things slip in those 2 games, and they didn't do themselves any favor by failing to win those 2 games. You know, we would have been talking about Al Ahly also being in the latter stages. You saw Dortmund didn't experience. My Melody Sundowns inexperience against Dortmund at that level is what probably or definitely worked. Because even Monterrey almost came back and equaled the 2-0 deficit from the first half against Dortmund. They missed plethora of chances. So quality exists in other places. I mean, let's look at these other squads. Look at Flamengo. You're talking about their 2 left backs, Aiton Lucas and Alexandro. We all know Alexandro from his days in Juve and Porto. Aiton Lucas is a Brazilian international with about 4 caps for the Brazilian national team. You look at the right backs, Wesley Franca and Guillermo Varela. Guillermo Varela played for Manchester United. Wesley Franca is a Brazilian international also at the end of the day. So, I mean, you look at there's quality everywhere as regards a lot of these other teams. Even Palmeiras, William Estevao, we saw the madness.
We saw the brilliance of this young lad, and it had to attract the likes of Cole Palmer, as in his words, he said he went straight to Estevao to tell him that we are excited to have you join us, but he was very sure that Estevao did not understand what he was saying, a single word from whatever he was saying. But it's the brilliance of the young man.
It just shows the quality. There's quality everywhere. You're looking at clubs. These are clubs that produce the likes of Vinicius, Rodrigo. You can go on and mention them. Like, these are clubs these players came from, and these are leagues. So are you telling me that they don't have quality in them? And moreover, these clubs make a lot of money. Flamengo made about 208 million in the last financial year.
Yeah.
That is more than Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League.
Okay.
If they're in the Premier League, there'll be a side that is pushing to qualify for Europe. So you can't tell me there's no quality there.
Okay.
And that's with the little results. And sometimes that's why when I look at European clubs complaining at the end of the day, to them, this money makes sense. Okay, I did the math yesterday. Flamengo made about 20-something million from participating in the
US
Club World
dollars.
Cup. Yeah. That's about 10% of their revenue. That'll go a long way. So why do you think other teams, other continents are also taking this Club World Cup serious and want it? It's not like, okay, Chelsea made £61 million. That's taking care of 2 signings they've done this summer already. That's taking care of the whole Jamie Bino Gittins transfer at the end of the day. So,
but by the time those breaches come to them, they will lose that.
Okay, let's say Bino Gittins is about 55, and Chelsea is paying how much? As defined, 20 million euros.
31 million euros.
31 million euros. Let's say you always plan to sign Bino Gittins. The money you made from the Club World Cup, £61 million, that would be effectively about slightly over 70 million euros, has taken care of this fine.
Okay.
So, even you're benefiting at the end of the day. So why are you complaining?
All right.
Or maybe they're not even the ones complaining, the players that are complaining. But I like what's happening with the Club World Cup, and I want to see more of this. A lot of countries are already bidding for the next Club World Cup. Qatar is training a bid.
Okay.
There are reports China wants to train a bid. Spain, Portugal, and Morocco want to host.
What
before
is
the next World
Nigeria
Cup.
doing?
USA is still bidding to host the next one again. And FIFA was talking about the fact that a lot of the club boards and chairmen are looking to leverage on the American market.
Yeah.
And probably they are considering taking it back to the US again for the next edition, because the US is a big market.
Yeah.
So a lot of these clubs want to leverage on it and use it to make more revenue for themselves at the end of the day. So, I mean, I don't care what the top players in Europe are complaining about. Are you complaining about playing games? The average Brazilian player, even for the smallest club, it beat Ituano or Atletico or Goiás or Atletico Paranaense. They play at least 50 games. State league before the league starts. State league is at least 12 games. The league is 38 games. Then you still play the cup.
Okay.
Then there's look at Flamengo. Then there's still the Copa League. At the end of the day, you play your 6 group games. Then you do the round of 16. You do the quarterfinals. You do the semi-finals. And there is a side that definitely reaches the quarters, finals, semi-finals of the Copa League.
You might look at the intensity.
It's not only about you're playing games. That's what matters. Are they not coping with the intensity? Fluminense, are they not matching Inter Milan intensity for intensity? Football is played at a high. See, football, the same knowledge in Europe is everywhere. Africa just messes up because we cannot put our house in order. Okay. Let's leave our club size. Let's look at the national team, because we cannot put our house in order. That's why it seems we can't compete. You look at the Nigerian national team, you look at the Swiss national team, player for player, which team has better players? It's Nigeria.
National team, yes.
But we can't put our house in order. That's why we fail to compete properly. The NFF cannot put his house in order. That's why we fail to compete at the higher level. But you see Switzerland go to the World Cup and make it to the round of 16 at least. Why can't we do that with that same level of comfort they do? Because administratively, we do not know what we are doing.
All right.
African clubs, they still have a long way to go. But I'm proud of what Mamelodi Sundowns did. I mean, for
even
them,
Alakli,
I mean,
even Alakli
did but I was disappointed with Alakli because I felt that if Sundowns were in Alakli's group, Sundowns would have crossed. Personally, I felt Sundowns would have beaten Inter Miami. No disrespect to Inter Miami, but that's the truth. Sundowns would have beaten Porto. Because Porto were there for the taking. Probably Palmeiras should have been where there would have been a bigger battle at the end of the day. So I feel Alakli disappointed me with how they handled the group, because it was a group that was there for the taking. Anybody could have actually qualified from that group.
Okay.
And they disappointed me. For Sundowns, I think $12.6 million. That's huge revenue. A club that their revenue is about almost $48 to $50 million a year. That's You're talking about 20% of that.
Of it already from just one tournament.
So that goes a long way in adding something to that team and helping them to remain competitive for the next edition. So I think it's positive what's happening with the Club World Cup. People might complain, people might say this and that, but it's actually good.
Okay.
And it's actually nice what is happening.
All right. Actually nice what is happening, and he would definitely want to see the Club World Cup come back again. That is Henry. It's there to stay. You want to see it come back again.
Not that I don't think the Club World Cup is not. See this competition that it is there to stay.
Okay.
It's going to stay.
One man that doesn't think the same is the president of La Liga, Javier Tebas, as he says, and I quote, "I will do everything possible to make sure that the Club World Cup never happens again. Big clubs ask us for more days to rest, but they earn 140 million euros twice, which is twice Deportivo Alaves's budget. Then they ask for more time to prepare." Now, I think the man is pained because he is the president of La Liga. You are going out there, you're going to make money that is more than Deportivo Alaves's budget, but you have always been complaining before the Club World Cup that it's been too much of football for us at this point.
Tebas just knows how to talk. That's Tebas' own business. Tebas, man, ain't powerful enough to do anything. He's president of La Liga, period. It ends there. FIFA has made up their mind that this competition will happen. If Europe doesn't want to play, the rest of the world will play.
But how can you cope without Europe?
And the problem is Europe will entice the sponsors to bring money. But when you keep on seeing performances like Fluminense, Flamengo, it aids in their marketability.
Okay.
Imagine Fluminense does this, the next edition, they do something similar. Flamengo does something similar. We saw what Al Hilal did. It aids their marketability.
Okay.
And who says, I mean, it's how the conventional media companies in the Western world were struggling to match what FIFA even wanted for the TV rights. Then what happened? One call to MBS. In case you don't know who MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia. 1 billion was invested in that zone, and the zone ended up buying the TV rights for the Club World Cup for 1 billion, and they're showing it to us free
of charge.
So one phone call from Infantino to wherever he calls in the East, the sponsors will come out, and Europe will look at it and say, we are missing out. Then Bellingham will come and want a new contract extension and be telling you, pay me 40 million after tax. How will Real Madrid cope with 40 million after tax if they're not making more money?
Okay. All right.
So European football should stop being irrational.
Okay.
And that's the simple truth. Both the players and I think the club presidents understand this. They want it.
Okay.
The club hierarchies want it because they need money. A lot of these clubs are running on deficits. They need this money to help. So now, if Chelsea were to make a loss this financial year, because the financial year, the Club World Cup, will it account for this financial?
I think it's
the financial year ended June 30th.
Yeah, June 30th.
I don't know if the Club World
Cup.
I think it will count ahead. It will count this financial year we just entered.
Yes.
That's where it's called. But if Chelsea were to make a deficit now, this financial year, do you realize that the 61 or to 70 million pounds they will make from this Club World
Dollars,
Cup?
you mean?
No, pounds. I've actually made 61 million pounds. That is over.
Okay.
They've made over almost $80 million, or just over 80 million.
Okay.
Do you realize that could put Chelsea's books on the green? Do you know what this money would do for a club like Flamengo? If even Real Madrid has the possibility of even PSG or Bayern, yes, they have. PSG has the Arab money already backing them, but do you know what it does for their books as regards FFP and a lot of things? It reduces a lot of burden. Okay, Bayern beats PSG today and goes far. Do you realize that can enable Bayern just look out and say, okay, we're going to splash the money on this guy. We can actually afford that now because of what the Club World Cup gave to us. So the hierarchy of these clubs understand it. The players might not understand it. The bureaucrats or the football bureaucrats as regards UEFA and the league bodies do not understand it, because what FIFA is doing is taking power of club football away from their hands. Gradually. It's not going to be immediate, but it's a gradual process. At a point, people will start looking forward or look forward to the Club World Cup. The AFCON is big, the Euros is big, but everybody wants to watch the World Cup. We see the Champions League every season. But now the Club World Cup could not be that competition where we get to see those ones against the rest of the world, and we get to see upsets and we get to see fantastic football. Have we seen football that is an eyesore, this competition? Let's tell ourselves the truth. Has the football been an eyesore? Benjamin, has the football been an eyesore?
The game between...
Has the football been an eyesore?
Inter Miami and Paris Saint-Germain. Inter Miami and Porto.
PSG.
and Porto.
Inter Miami and Porto was actually interesting.
Was it that interesting?
I think we've seen interesting football.
We've seen interesting football.
We've not seen cases of controversies. We've not seen cases.
Inter Milan, Urawa.
It was actually an interesting game.
It was interesting.
It was an interesting game. Urawa took the lead, and Inter were struggling to break down the Urawa Red Diamonds.
The Inter Miami against Porto, I think lots of people would have given it to the European team, and at some point they were leading 1 goal, and I think when we were watching the game, I said Inter Miami might come back, irrespective of the fact that they said this is the old boys reunion. But we did see something different. We also did see Sundowns come up toe to toe against a Borussia Dortmund, scoring 3 goals against a mainstay. When you're talking about Bundesliga, this is the number 2 team in the Bundesliga, and this is Mamelodi Sundowns, an African team, coming there to score 3 goals against them. So I think the Club World Cup at some point is bringing that enjoyment to football fans.
Okay,
you're seeing that interesting football. You're seeing that if our own Enyimba, our own Rivers United can actually do their homework properly, then we can get to see them come up against Real Madrid at some point.
Okay. All right. If you feel what you feel about the Club World Cup as it is right now, so far that it has gotten, you could let us know your thoughts from the SMS and the WhatsApp portal 0701-933-9962. A lot of persons are saying it should stay. Some persons like La Liga president talking about Javi Tebas, he's saying that he's going to work to make sure that he doesn't see the light of tomorrow.
Tebas is just unnecessarily controversial. That is Tebas loves it. So I see, once the fact FIFA has succeeded to start it,
okay,
it's not ending. And the clubs, see, even if Tebas and UEFA try to do, and the club presidents, Florentino wakes up and say, Bellingham, Mbappe, you want new contracts, right? New money. You're going to play this Club World Cup. If not, we're selling you. You get out of our clubs. They will go and play it.
Okay. All right. So let us know your thoughts from there. Also, do you think that the Club World Cup should stay, should remain, or do you think that the likes of Javi Tebas being the La Liga president has a reason? He said that he will do everything possible to make sure that the Club World Cup never happens again. And he says clubs will ask for rest, but here they are going to the Club World Cup to win or aim 140 million euros, which is twice the budget of clubs like Deportivo Alaves. Then they'll come back and say, give us more time to prepare. So I think he's coming from the angle of disrupting the scheduling and structure of the La Liga just because they are going out there to make money. Or maybe he's feeling jealous.
I don't know whether it's an ounce of jealousy. It's not Real Madrid's fault. Alaves cannot make up to that. I think La Liga has to.
Alaves can now. They can put in 3 years of good performances, and you find yourself in the Club World Cup.
See, look, you have to do more. It's beyond. We've seen the way the Premier League has, or what the Premier League has actually done for his clubs. The Premier League generates about 7.9 billion a year. European football is valued at 29 billion. The Premier League is about a quarter
of what European football
is. That is a lot because of they've added value to their league. The La Liga needs to do more. I know they signed this deal that, what's the name of this company, but took 20% stake in almost every club apart from Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bilbao, and I think Atletico and Osasuna, Jeraba. But we're seeing the impact. TV money has improved in the La Liga. We're seeing renovations to stadiums. El Sada, Osasuna has been renovated. Mallorca has been renovated. La Ceramica, that's the El Madrigal, looks so different. They're renovating. And Valencia is finally completing its stadium after over 2 decades. See the Camp Nou. We're seeing what's happening. It takes time for the La Liga clubs to catch up to that level. You can't just expect Alaves, because just in the space of 3, 4, 5 years, unless sugar daddy money comes in, that's the only way it's going to happen, and that's the simple truth. Alaves cannot just catch up like that. And even in the Premier League, you're seeing clubs like Arsenal, United, Liverpool, Chelsea make 600-700 million and above.
All right.
But you're seeing Wolves still make 150. 150 is a lot in football, though, because trust me, last year Fiorentina, then they know they make reach 150. You're still seeing Premier League clubs make 130, 150. A lot of decent Serie A clubs don't make up to that level, and that's what a team that is brightly relegation in the Premier League will probably make. So they've done or put a lot of work to put in or to make the effort. Even if you put in all the work, Alaves no fit see Real Madrid or Barcelona's back in revenue. It will never be possible, and it will not happen unless, like I said, sugar daddy money enters. And even if the sugar daddy money enters, maybe best case scenario, it bumps them up to Atleti or what Liverpool generates in a year.
All right.
Or Arsenal them generating in a year. And that will take over a decade of work.
Okay. All right. So the SMS and the WhatsApp portal still open for you to join us on the show. Let us know your thoughts. What do you feel about the Club World Cup? Has it given you those goosebumps in the various games that you have seen so far? Do you think that you love to see it remain? Or do you think you want to toe the line of Javi Tebas being the La Liga president, as he says that he would work to make sure that it doesn't come back, it doesn't see the light of tomorrow? All right, from the Club World Cup, we move ahead right now to look at what's happening with some clubs in the English Premier League, as well as other clubs in other leagues right there in Europe. And we are going to be starting with Manchester United, as Marcus Rashford, Anthony and Garnacho, as well as Malacia and Jadon Sancho, have told Manchester United that they want to leave. So the club has delayed their return date until later in July to give them time to explore options. So Manchester United losing Marcus Rashford, Anthony Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho, Malacia, and Jadon Sancho. Are they prepared for this? They are still chasing Mbeumo, and it looks like this is not going to come through, that chase for Brian Mbeumo. But according to reports, the chase is getting closer, is edging closer to Mbeumo signing for Manchester United. So in a couple of days, we might be seeing it as a done deal. But Manchester United losing so much as Marcus Rashford, Anthony Garnacho, Malacia, and Sancho. Is this... how do you see this one at this point?
I think Manchester United already knew that most of these players will not be wearing the Manchester United jersey for next season, because when you look at Anthony sending him out on loan to Real Betis, they knew that, yes, this man going, it's just a matter of time, not if he will be leaving. So I think measures are already in place to replace some of them, because when you look at the Mbeumo deal, I think Mbeumo is coming in for a like-for-like replacement for Anthony, coming in from the right wing. For Rashford, I think the replacement is already there. Matheus Cunha is coming in, and he's also taking the shirt number from the man there. For the left back position, I think a signing was just made.
Yes, the Paraguayan left back Diego Leon.
Diego Leon is coming in for more like a direct replacement for Malacia.
But Malacia did he give? How much did he give?
The man had.
So why not let him, give him time to give what he has been paid to do?
I think you look at the change of the gaffers there.
Okay.
The man who brought him in was Eric Ten Hag.
Yes.
Ten Hag has left, and there is a Ruben Amorim. Amorim might not like his playing style. Amorim might not like the fact that the man is always injured. He wants.
But does that demerit your quality? A quality that should... that should reflect.
Sometimes you might have the quality, the availability also becomes a factor. We've seen lots of players with good qualities: Daniel Sturridge, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Naby Keita. These are players that have good qualities. They can start for any big team.
Minamino is also one of it.
Yeah, but when you look at the availability, they are always injured. Thiago Alcantara, he's also that player that he has that quality. Bring him into any team, he gives you an A game. But you look at the availability, clubs do not want a case where they play 50 games in a season and you are just available for 15 of those games.
Okay.
You might be the man of the match for 10 of those games, but the availability, that is what they need. So I just feel that's why Malacia is being shown the door. Yeah, in Manchester United. But replacements will come in, maybe not an adequate replacement, maybe someone that with time could grow into that space.
All right.
Because you look at United at this point, I think one of the shows where OVA was reeling out the debt and all that for Manchester United, where they have to balance the PSR and all that, I think United will be going for players lesser the prices now, because they don't want to incur any form of debt anymore. but replacements will be coming in. For Marcus Rashford, I think he needs where he can get a bit of fresh air. If be it in Barcelona, or be it maybe in Aston Villa or another team here in the Premier League, maybe a Leicester team, maybe a Brighton, or maybe even a Wolves going to replace the same man who is coming to replace him.
All right, so Manchester United, as I said before, have been able to, or they did unveil Paraguayan left back Diego Leon. That was yesterday. So they've got a left back in hand as they continue to pursue more players coming in. One of those players is Fabian Ruiz, one of the Paris Saint-Germain midfielders. So Manchester United, radar Fabian Ruiz. I don't want to say let's go. It's not my duty to say let's go.
Fabian Ruiz is not leaving PSG. They should forget it. They should go and look for a more achievable target. It's not Fabian Ruiz. I don't know where this one is coming out from, but when I saw the report or rumor, I laughed. I said, "This is one deal I can beat my chest." I say,
"It will not happen.
It will not happen."
I think if they are wise enough, there is a certain Thomas Partey that is on free transfer.
A Thomas Partey that I'll be leading. You have just led me into the next, which is moving to Arsenal at this point. Thomas Partey is now the center of it all, as he has been charged with 5 counts of rape and 1 count of sexual assault. And guess what? Arsenal has denied the man so early. In a statement credited to Arsenal, they said the player's contract ended on June 30th. Due to ongoing legal proceedings, the club is unable to comment on the case. So, no Biawamata right now.
They didn't deny him, but they just said the truth there. He's not an Arsenal player now, so if there was any issue, it's not Arsenal's business again. And yes, the issue happened or whatever, supposedly, allegedly. Because it's not the man. This has been going on
for since July 2022
for like 2-3 years now. No sufficient evidence enough to actually nail the man. I mean, according to reports, he has been arrested and detained and bailed 7 times. So I think if there was anything by now with the ball. Technically, it's no longer Arsenal's business because it's no longer an Arsenal player.
Okay, but you've been keeping quiet.
Committed when he was an Arsenal player.
Yes.
But that's the thing. They protected his privacy, simple and short. That is his privacy. It's nothing more than that. Because the London Metropolitan Police also had the right to release statement or reveal information, but they didn't as well.
Right.
So it's not Arsenal's place to actually reveal information because it's an ongoing investigation and an ongoing case. So technically, you cannot reveal details or information as regards that. I remember when the report happened or broke 2 or 3 years back that a Premier League player was arrested for rape, or even when the whole issue on X, remember then the woman was saying Partey and all that. So we all knew that Partey was probably the guy or definitely the guy. So, but it was an ongoing investigation.
It wasn't concrete, no evidence.
So nothing Arsenal could do. But Arsenal is saying the truth. It's no longer their players. So it's Partey's business.
All right.
It's no longer their business.
Partey's business it is. It doesn't belong to Arsenal any longer.
Yeah, for us, one thing about I was wondering, why is it that the whole issue is now coming out when the man has left Arsenal? So I think, like Henry said, privacy, they tend to or tried to protect the man's, privacy, image and all that. And, the investigations were ongoing before now, secretly. The London Metropolitan Police were actually doing their duties, investigations and all that. So, but I feel now that the man has left Arsenal, why is the news coming up now?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We are still looking at what's happening with Arsenal right there. And on the transfers, this one coming from Fabrizio Romano. He says he understands that Arsenal have now started advancing on personal terms and discussions with Chelsea's Noni Madueke. So Noni Madueke might at the end of the day be an Arsenal player, but nothing concrete yet because Madueke hasn't asked to leave Chelsea at this stage. He's focused on the Club World Cup. Meanwhile, he has understood, or he's been understood to have opened talks with Arsenal. Nothing agreed or closed between both clubs yet. The words of transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Also, there are direct contacts between Arsenal and Iberichi Eze, that's of Crystal Palace. He's keen on joining the project. That's Iberichi Eze is keen on joining the project in Arsenal if he sees the big opportunity in his future. So that's for Arsenal. They are also in advanced talks with Sporting CP for Victor Gyökeres. And if that happens, Gyökeres would have a 5-year deal, or it's stated already according to reports that a 5-year deal has already been agreed between Victor Gyökeres and Arsenal. And it looks like the Arsenal that we felt don't know how to do business in the transfer market are going out to pick the best of hands right now for next season. Gift Jogo, you're hearing Noni Madueke, you're hearing Iberichi Eze, you're hearing Victor Gyökeres. If these 3 players were to come into that Arsenal side, by the way, what's the Belgian man? The man, what's his name? The Arsenal man, the one from Belgium. Trossard, Leandro Trossard might be leaving to the Saudi Pro League as it stands right now. So if that happens and you see these 3 guys, Noni Madueke, Victor Gyökeres, and maybe Iberichi Eze coming to the mix right now for Arsenal, that pairing in that midfield, you know very well that Arsenal has got the likes of Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. Also, there's Bukayo Saka. Now Noni Madueke on one end of it, and maybe there's Victor Gyökeres in front. Are you seeing Arsenal building an army, a project, a SWAT team for the new season? Permit me to use that.
Well, that's the priority for Arteta actually. This coming season, he wouldn't want to finish second as usual. It's all about the players who are being mentioned, if they're interested in the club or they prefer where they are. But for Arsenal and Victor Gyökeres is something maybe they really need a proper 9, a goal scorer actually. Anybody can score, but they need someone who can do the finishing very well. Victor Gyökeres from Sporting CP can come in if they meet the terms and conditions involved. It's actually a good one. But for Noni Madueke, leaving Chelsea is not actually a good idea for me. The man is doing great, and Chelsea is in form. Yes, you might flop in some cases, in some games you might...
Is it guaranteed a starting spot?
Well, but definitely I can't actually vouch for him. He might reject that bid, in the sense that Chelsea, who knows, maybe Chelsea might even clinch this current Club World Cup. Is something people are actually, seeing it as is possible. Is a feasibility study that they have come this far, and there's every give them this chance that maybe they can actually do it. Although some people will be like, there's PSG, there's Bayern Munich. There are people who can actually outturn them, but in football we can't actually predict. The truth is, for Iberichi Eze, where he's doing it great with Crystal Palace. My own opinion.
Well, it's quite obvious that Iberichi is going to be leaving Crystal Palace. I think one of the best performing players for Crystal Palace last season. Take nothing away from Maguire. Yeah, he was actually Crystal Palace's best player, so the best performing player. So it's quite obvious that he's not going to be doing it with Crystal Palace in this coming season. But Iberichi Eze to Arsenal, how does he fit into that setup?
For me, it's not actually a good one.
It's not a good one.
Yes, there's no need. Okay, let's just say Crystal Palace, they're not in the title race for Premiership.
Okay.
But Arsenal, who is in the title race for Premiership, but you see, at the end of everything, it becomes a flop for them. Why not stick to?
Okay, you prefer him sticking with Crystal Palace?
Yes, and then continue what you're doing until maybe a bigger team. Arsenal is a big team actually, but a bigger team comes in, and then you comes in and
teams that win trophy comes in.
Even if he moves to Chelsea, it's not actually a bad idea.
I can see that you are having blue blood running through you.
But for me,
you're just analyzing the fact that when you're focused, you know what you want.
Okay,
you go for it.
All right.
Don't just use the fact that someone comes in for you and then you just
decide to go.
Anytime.
Okay.
For me, Osas, I think you look at especially the Noni Madueke case. you look at it, how what's the difference between Noni Madueke and what's his name, Ethan Nwaneri? For me, Arsenal, you look at their target most times, and you look at their target most times, and you feel very bad. Truth is that's the truth, because what are you going to do with Noni Madueke when you've got Bukayo Saka in that wing, and then Ethan Nwaneri deputizing for Bukayo Saka?
All right,
that's the thing. So for me, I don't think that's a good buy. The only buy out, the only player linked to Arsenal I feel is okay is the likes of Iberichi. I think I see him a very decent player, you know, in terms of what's his name, Martin Odegaard's replacement in terms of injuries and all that. You know, since Martin Odegaard came back from injury, he has never been himself. That's the truth. That's not just a sentimental Arsenal fan, but an Arsenal fan that sits down to watch football will tell you Martin Odegaard has not been himself since he came back. So for me, I think Iberichi is a perfect replacement for Martin Odegaard. Then for Victor Gyökeres, I think Arsenal should do everything they want, because they pulled out of what's his name, the Arabi Leipzig guy Benjamin Sesko, you know, because of high demands and all that. So high transfer fee. So for me, I think they should go all out to get Victor Gyökeres. If not, it's a make or break season for Arsenal.
Okay.
If Arteta does not get his man or a good striker and fail to win the league this season, I don't think Arteta will stand in any Arteta would have to stand in any conversation with the likes of Ancelotti for me.
Okay.
In addition to what the guys have said, I think they are just trying to overrate Arsenal at this point. Arsenal are not chasing for their priorities. Arsenal are just being Arsenal. Because we've seen the likes of the other teams that know that this is their problem. We saw Manchester City at the January transfer window. They knew that Rodri was out. The problem was the defensive midfield. They went in and got Nico Gonzalez. He came in, and at the end of the season, they got some players. Rancheki came in, Bettinelli came in, and we also saw some players, Ryan Etnori and the others that came in. They knew their problem, and they went in immediately to get it. Arsenal has known their problem for a very long time. That the problem is a poacher, is a goal scorer. But we've seen Arsenal get lots of left backs, lots of midfielders at that time when they know that this is what they need. Liverpool lost the creativity of Trent Alexander-Arnold in that team. And we've seen them not just replace him with another right back, but also replace his creativity with one of the most creative players currently in the Bundesliga, Florian Wirtz. This is teams that knows what they want. We've seen Chelsea, they've seen that their problem is goal scoring. They've gone on to bring in Liam Delap. They've also gone on to bring in Joao Pedro. And let's not forget that one of the bright stars in the Club World Cup this season is also coming to Chelsea. That's Willian Esteval.
Yeah.
So these are teams that knows what they want. These are teams that know that, yes, this is what they want for the progress to the next level. You address the issue immediately, not circle around. Arsenal they've also listed at some point they were in for Rodrigo.
Rodrigo is still even on the table right now, but it has to do with Real Madrid letting him go, which Xabi Alonso might be thinking about pretty soon.
I think we might get to see Rodrigo leave Real Madrid, but going to Arsenal, that is the question mark. We still don't know, because Arsenal might still camp around this big name, this Victor Gyökeres and Rodrigo, and at the end of the season, end up signing another midfielder, and they get to sign panic buy and get to convert. We will get to see the star striker, their first striker being Kai Havertz, the second one becoming Mikel Merino. Then they get to add another midfielder, another center midfielder to replace Partey. They will tell you that they want to replace Mikel Merino in the midfield, taking him up front, because that's what Arsenal are known for. I will say the getting Iberichi for squad depth would be very, very nice, because the man, not just till Odegaard is injured, but the man can come in, keep Odegaard on the bench for some games.
Okay.
Because if you're on the bench, you understand that I need to sit up. There are some things I need to do to be the first team. We've seen Liverpool have 5 to 6 strikers that anyone starts as a fan, you'll be very happy. You know that, yes, this one can go in and do the magic for me. Look at Barca. If Yamal does not start at the right wing, if you have a Rafinha at the right wing, you still be contented. You still know that, yes, something can be done. Not a case where Bukayo Saka does not start and Ethan Nwaneri is the only striker. If Bukayo Saka goes has an ACL injury, and you just be there, be thinking, oh my god, you know that if Kai Havertz, normally if you have a star striker, Kai Havertz is not supposed to start a game for Arsenal. But if Kai Havertz is not out, your heart is in your hands already.
Okay.
So I just feel Arsenal needs to stop being Arsenal and start thinking forward.
All right, Arsenal, stop being Arsenal and start thinking forward. The words of Victor Israel right there as we look to throw open the phone lines to take your reactions on all that we have talked about right from the beginning. Remember, we started by looking at what's happening with Liverpool, the funeral ceremony of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. You could also drop your thoughts concerning that. Then we looked at the Club World Cup and we looked at performances yesterday. Chelsea into the semi-finals of the ongoing Club World Cup as they defeated Palmeiras by 2-1. It was Fluminense also into the semi-finals of that one, defeating Al Hilal by 2-1. And for today, we are going to be having Paris Saint-Germain up against Bayern Munich, and the last one is going to be Real Madrid up against Borussia Dortmund. So you could let us know what you feel about Chelsea's performance and the new boy William Esteval, who is going to be joining Chelsea pretty soon. What can you say about him? Chelsea fans, let me hear you at this point. I've heard a lot of Chelsea fans bragging about William Esteval, that he's going to take the English Premier League by storm when he sets in. But calm down. The English Premier League knows how to deal with bright stars when it's time to deal with them. So until we see him, we'll know what he has for us in stock. So you could let us know your thoughts on that particular one. And we've talked about some English Premier League sides. We started with Manchester United, the prospects around them, those that they would want to sign in, as they are going in for Fabian Ruiz. The guys in the studio have said that cannot work. Do you feel that it's the same? And the likes of Marcus Rashford, Anthony, Alejandro Garnacho, Malacia, and Jadon Sancho, all indicating interest in leaving Manchester United. Do you think that these players might cost Manchester United too much at this point in time? For Arsenal, there's that issue with Thomas Partey, which they say they are not involved. But for the signings, we're hearing that there are talks between Arsenal and Noni Madueke's camp, talks between Arsenal and Iberichi Eze's camp, as well as talks between Arsenal and Victor Gyökeres, that one going into the advanced stage. There is also a possibility of Real Madrid's Rodrigo, getting to Arsenal. Do you think that with all of these signings, Arsenal could now metamorphose into that SWAT squad that could sniper anybody in the new season? 0810-9510-951. Yes, that's the number to call, as the phone lines are officially open at this point in time. You could also join us from the SMS and the WhatsApp platform. It is 0701-933-9962. So we've got the phone lines open at this point in time. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
Good evening.
Welcome.
I greet the guy in the house.
We greet you to name, location. Okay. Welcome. Go ahead.
Liverpool fans.
about our player we buried today. I pray make him still rest in peace.
Amen.
Then I come for banter for Arsenal and Man U.
Go ahead. You share red.
Arsenal. Then they leave front door, they go they pass back door. At the end of the season, they will say prospect. Maybe then they chase prospect though. Not the next season, one season don't end, then we'll find who they will talk. Referee or maybe FA.
Okay.
20 red cards. Maybe them do it and they do not so that when we don't enter, we don't complain. Then for Man U, we did happen for Man U now something when I don't play for like some time now.
Okay.
We did that crisis, make them get up. Because as a Liverpool fan, I know if it will make Man U see better for their life. Make their club on the get club back so that I will carry like 2-3 Premier League before they will think of to carry another one again.
Wow. Okay. Thank you so much there for your reaction. As hello, caller. Good evening to you. Welcome. Could you turn down the volume on your radio set?
Yeah. I don't hear when you speak.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Chris from Port Harcourt.
Chris, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk about this FIFA Club World Cup.
Mm.
I don't know why there's this outcry that is like this, is like that. Look, let me even start from this La Liga president Tebas.
Javier
The
Tebas.
man talks. He talks anyhow. He just talks. He just talks without even first listening to himself. Were they not the ones that wanted to do this Super League?
Super League, yes.
Now the thing has backfired against them. They are trying to downplay the club cup. I mean, this is a club. We are talking. Why they not cry about international World Cup? Why don't even when the thing is played, the last one that was played during the league and this thing when the league was running. Why is there no cry about it? Because it's international. Now FIFA is bringing clubs together to do this same thing. Now there's cry about it because most of their favorite clubs and their players are not playing there. And you were asking a question if there was an ISO on most of the matches. Definitely, in some games you will see in international this team and World Cup. In some matches, there are no ISO matches. Most of the matches we don't even watch them. We just look at live score and say because of most of the teams the mediocre teams that we play there. So this is football.
All right.
It's a normal thing. It's football.
All right. Thank you, Chris, for your contributions there. The phone lines still remain open 0810-951-0951. For the SMS and the WhatsApp portal, it's 0701-933-9962. You could share your thoughts with us right here in the studio. We've talked a lot about football in Europe. The Club World Cup is part of it. Also, we've looked at a lot that has happened right there. 5 p.m. is going to be the time for Paris Saint-Germain to take on Bayern Munich, and by 9 p.m. it's going to be Real Madrid up against Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, guys, it seems the game between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich is going to be the star game of the day. I don't know, take nothing away from Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund, but Benjamin, that should be your star match.
Yeah, I think definitely it's going to be a star. That's my star game, star match. It's going to be a cracker. But at the end of the day, you look at it. Paris Saint-Germain, the winners of the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid, they are the kings of the Champions League. So, it's going to be, and you look at it, star-studded team for Alonso. I think this is where he has to prove. That you're what's coaching Real Madrid, because Real Madrid are known for the big games. That's what it is. So I think it's going to be a cracker. I've not seen much of Dembele in this Club World Cup. Possibly are trying to manage the man. I don't know because of his injury record. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a cracker.
All right, gonna be a cracker as we head back. Okay, we lost that call there. You could do well to call back 0810-951-0951. And for the SMS and the WhatsApp portal, it's still open 0701-933-9962. Call back. Let's get talking. Yes. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Welcome to the show.
I call back.
All right. Welcome. Go ahead.
These two Madrid with this night.
That's
this 5 o'clock.
Yes, that's Paris Saint-Germain up against Bayern Munich.
I don't know why Bayern will jump PSG, because Bayern are one thing when I love. But
okay.
As it be like this, Bayern will lose.
Okay.
Then tonight match, Madrid will win.
Borussia Dortmund.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for calling back. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Yeah. All right. Hello.
Hello. Is this Chris?
Yeah, I called back.
All right. Go ahead.
But, on the same Club World Cup. I mean, if Slovakia was in this Club World Cup, they wouldn't have any problem registering this guy that turned them down because of money.
Okay.
They have also sanctioned them. Now I don't know where they will get money from to pay the state, to offset the bill.
All right.
But Chelsea have already gotten what they would. So the Club World Cup is a leeway for clubs also to make money. Football is business. We keep on crying that football is business. How do you get this money if not for playing more matches?
All right. Thank you so much, Chris, for your reactions there as well. We look to move ahead right now from talking European football and move down to look at what's happening right here in Nigeria. Yes, there will be fire in the stadium, and that's what we're going to be praying for tomorrow when the Super Falcons of Nigeria start their journey in the ongoing WAFCON 2024 WAFCON, that called that the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations. Nigeria will be up against Tunisia as Paris Saint-Germain are trying to annihilate Bayern Munich. Henry, you had your eyes on that one.
They tore Bayern Opel. They carved Bayern.
This is definitely the best team in Europe right now.
Just look at the way Bracula took control of that ball, dropped it for. Like they thought Bayern Open and Bayern are about to do the same. Look, this game is going to be end to end.
I'm telling you, already it just started. 18 minutes of play right there, and the crackers are already coming in as both teams are going for each other's jugglers at this point. I pray one billionaire will just come through and scatter this Paris Saint-Germain team before they will cause havoc in the world of football as it is.
They are young. It's a young team.
Yes, it's a young team.
So for the next 6-7 years, we're guaranteed seeing these guys. Well, it's well. But they won't dominate for every year or
Are you sure? But
they won't dominate every year.
Who else is going to...
I think the French League on for the next 8 years definitely. But in Europe, it won't be every year. Definitely.
Team in Europe now will have what it takes?
Someone will knock them out. I know what I'm saying. Somebody will still knock them out. Still, even Pep's Barcelona did not win every year.
PSG might not likely win this season's Champions
See,
League.
even Pep. See, I know we've seen.
Expect a burnout.
See, I know we've seen Pep's Man City. We're seeing this. We've seen Hansi Flick's Bayern. Even Hansi Flick couldn't replicate what he did with Bayern the next season. And we're seeing this Luis Enrique's PSG and they're fighting. And for me, they will do fantastic things under Luis Enrique in the next 4 years. But Pep's Barcelona was the epitome of football. That team was how will I put it? It was a footballing machine. It was a proper footballing machine. But they still didn't win every year.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that it won't still happen every year. PSG will not still win every year. But I think the league on for the next 7-8 years they will dominate.
Okay.
Maybe worst case scenario 7 out of the 8.
All right.
That is it.
All right. So back to what we were talking about, and that is the Super Falcons of Nigeria. As Super Falcons head coach Justin Madugo has assured Nigerians that his team will strive to meet expectations of their passionate supporters as they gear up for the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations in Morocco. Now speaking with Nigerian Football Federation's media team ahead of the Continental Showpiece, Madugo expressed gratitude for the support the team continues to receive from fans across the country and promised that the players and technical crew remains committed to justifying that trust. He stated that the team fully understands the weight of public expectations and will work tirelessly to ensure Nigerians are not disappointed. Quoting him, "We appreciate Nigerians for their consistent support for the Super Falcons. They have always shown great confidence in the team and have stood by us in every way possible. On our part, we are doing everything that we can to sustain that confidence, and we will try as much as possible to meet their expectations." Expectations, and expectations. It is for the Super Falcons to return with the 2024 WAFCON trophy. After all, the trophy is so beautiful right now. The first president to get his hands on it should be the Nigerian president. That is talking about President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But it starts tomorrow for the Super Falcons of Nigeria up against Tunisia. Would that be a regular foe? No, we haven't played Tunisia. We played Algeria. But Tunisia should not be a hard nut for the Super Falcons to crack up tomorrow.
That's supposed to be an easy win for to start with for the Super Falcons, because you look at player for player, what does the Tunisian female team, the female Carthage of Tunisia, what do they pull?
Carthage Eagles.
Yes, I don't think it's any of those games that will give the Super Falcons problem. I see Super Falcons winning that one without conceding. I think as for at the attack line, we've got the attack line. Rashida Ajibade has been, the highest scorer in that team. She's been awesome, and we've got the players to prosecute that game. So I think that game should be a Nigeria win without conceding.
Okay, a Nigerian win without conceding. Johnny starts tomorrow. A lady in the house should also tell us what the ladies have in mind. What do you see? Nigeria is in that group. Tunisia is there. Algeria is there. Who is the last? Botswana. It should be an easy group to come out from. Our major issue should be Morocco and South Africa. Is Zambia also part of that mix? I don't know if to place Zambia there. They have the African Women's Player of the Year in Barbara Banda, but Barbara Banda alone cannot make a forest. The Super Falcons, not very well prepared, but just like the song underlining right here, there's that Nigerian spirit going there with them. And the coach of the side, Justin Madugu, has said the team will not throw down the confidence that every Nigerian has on that team. But you see, it's not going to be it's not going to be a walk in the park, definitely. But how much of hope?
He has already said it, but what's easier said than done. It's just we are just hoping few losses and then more wins in this competition. I just think our Super Falcons are well built up, the trainings and everything, and against Tunisia isn't going to be, should I say, a very tough one or an easy one. It's something they have to put in work and try to see how, even if it's a draw. I'm not saying for a start, but I hope for my country to win for a start. But losing for a start isn't actually a good one.
Okay.
That's one thing we need
Well,
to
we've
understand.
seen Argentina lose the very first game and go ahead to win the cup.
Well, it doesn't mean it must have to be that way. For them, you lose. Maybe they won the game based on their opponents.
Okay.
The people, the players, the team they had to face. That's one thing. But for Tunisia, it's just all about both of them are actually strong.
Okay.
They're strong teams. They need to put in their work and stay focused and see how they can overcome that one. Then for the rest of the game is something a match cannot be absolutely predicted.
Okay.
It's something one silly mistake can actually cost a game, and then things happens. But for the goalkeeper, the goalkeeper, I'm not saying she's the
Chiamaka
best.
Nnadozie.
Nnadozie, she's doing her work very well. She's superb over there. And then our should I say our defense? We have Ashley Prompter, Tosin Demeyin, Osinachi. Thank you very much. It's something. Even in the midfield, this Michelle Alozie, she's very good as well. Our defense line is solid. Our goalkeeper is solid as well. Is it something? As time goes by, we need to figure out where the loopholes falls in and try to fix it. Is it in the midfield or the should I say the front line? Is something they need to find out or try to structure out, see how, if any silly mistake comes from, is it either the flank, the right flank or the left flank? Anything that comes up, they try. I know there are other substitutes over there to take over, so that's to show that we are well prepared. And as time goes by, that's the mentality, the winning mentality. That's what we are going in there with, as our players are actually on point, trying to see how we can actually bring this one hope.
Okay, still looking at what's happening with the female side of Nigerians. Apex national team, that is the Super Falcons. The Confederation of African Football, that's CAF, has increased the prize money of the winner of the Total Energy CAF Women's African Cup of Nations that would be running in Morocco by 100%, and the total prize money for this competition by 45%. So the winner is going to be going home with $1 million US. Then the runners-up with $500,000. Third place would go home with $350,000, and the fourth place $300,000. For the quarterfinalists, it's going to be $200,000 each. For the third of the group, that's those who finished third in the group, is going to be $150,000 each. Then for the fourth in the group, it's going to be $125,000 each. So the total prize money is now $3,475,000 US. So with a pursuit of that $3,475,000, the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations kicks off with that historic opening game between Morocco and Zambia. We hope to see that it takes the flight that we expect in that particular tournament. So we're going to be updating you with happenings as regards the 2024 WAFCON. And for the Super Eagles, head coach Eric Chell has named 35 players. Amongst them, we have captain Junior Harrison Nduka, Papa Mustafa Daniels, and forward Anas Yusuf in the provisional list for Super Eagles B team for the 8th African Nations Championship. You can call it CHAN, that will be taking place in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda next month. Nigeria, who were the 2018 runners-up, are housed in Group D of the 19-team tournament alongside cup holders Senegal, Sudan, and Congo. Nigeria's Super Eagles will play their first two matches of the competition against Senegal and Sudan at the Amman Stadium in the island of Zanzibar before taking on Congo at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium in Dar es Salaam. All invited players have been instructed to turn up at the Remo Stars Sports Institute in Ikene, Remo Stars, Ogun State, on Monday, the 7th of July, with their international passports and current club license. So a look at the 35 players, or a rundown of the 35 players that have been invited for this particular tournament. From the goalkeeping department, there is Henry Ozoemena of Eyimba. There's Kayode Bankole of Remo Stars. There is Nuruden Badmos of Kwara United. There is Lawal Mustafa of Shooting Stars. There is Ebenezer Hakot of Sporting Lagos. Is that the Ebenezer Hakot in the under 20? Yes. I hope that.
I told you that young man, will be scouted by Eric Chell and possibly taken to the Chan Eagles, taken to the Chan national. Assignments, but the truth is that young man is instrumental, and he plays for Sporting Lagos, a brilliant goalkeeper to watch.
All right.
Okay, I know you're still reading through the list, but there's a name from the other 20s I would have loved to see, but I didn't get to see the guy or the man's name in that squad, but okay. It is what it is.
All right, it is what it is. So for the goalkeepers, that's the number that would be going there, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goalkeepers will make it to the CHAN tournament in Kenya. That should be in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. Then for the defenders, there's Sadiq Ismaila of Remo Stars. I thought he left, but things didn't work. It didn't work through.
Did not pull through, yeah.
So he returned.
Partizani,
Partizani. So he's back, and he's going to be joining the team as they go ahead to see how to do Nigeria proud at the African Nations Championship. You could call it CHAN, so the Super Eagles B team. Waliu Ojewole of Ikorodu City is there. Bankole Afiz of Kwara United is there. Taiwo Abdurrafael of Rivers United is also there. Ozondo Harrison of Ikorodu City. Junior Harrison of Nduka of Remo Stars. Mohamed Kadbiru of Kwara United. Ngengen Leonard of Ikorodu City, Ifeanyi Onyebuchi of Rangers International, Stephen Mayo Egbe of Rivers United. Midfielders, you have Adebayo Olamilekan of Remo Stars, Adejo Ojonugwa of Abia Warriors. There's Xavier Isaac of Rangers International. There's Musa Zayad of El Kanemi Warriors, Hadia Haruna of Remo Stars, Otaniyi Taufik of Rivers United. There's Papa Daniel Mustafa of Niger Tornadoes, Adam Aminu of Kanu Pillars, Michael Tochukwu of Remo Stars. And for the forwards, there's Anas Yusuf of Nasara United. The man that won the highest goal scorer in the MPFL, Adamu Abubakar of Plateau United, Shola Adelani of Ikorodu City, Sikiri Alimi of Remo Stars, Temitope Vincent of Plateau United, Ijoma Anthony of Abia Warriors, Atule Joseph of Eyimba, Ayomide Cole of Ikorodu City, Sunday Mego of Abia Warriors, and Nyekeme Okon of Rivers United, Godwin Obaje of Rangers International. So that's how it's going to be for the team that will be representing Nigeria in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda for the African Nations Championship, picked by Super Eagles coach Eric Chell. So we wish them well, and we hope that they'll be able to do the provisional list. So it's going to be cut down to 23 at the end of the day, 23 or 25 at the end of the day. So that's the provisional man list for the CHAN tournament. So moving ahead, we'll look at transfers involving Nigerian players before I throw open the phone lines again to take your reactions for the Nigerian stories that we've had. Coming in, according to report, Atletico Madrid are showing interest in acquiring our own Alex Iwobi, who is currently playing for Fulham. I heard that Fulham had rejected the 21.3 million euros approach from Atletico Madrid for Alex Iwobi. But an Alex Iwobi, as it stands right now, going to Atletico Madrid, make or may, do you think that's best for the Nigerian, and is that best for his gameplay as he looks to continue to improve to see how to assist the Super Eagles in that striking department? Victor Israel.
Yeah, when you look at what Alex Iwobi has been doing, I think going over to Atletico Madrid will ensure that, yes, he gets to play Champions League football for every season, because we know that in the La Liga you have just the Barca and Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid as the mainstays for the La Liga teams there in the Champions League. We'll get to be seeing Alex Iwobi get to do what he does for Fulham, because if you look at Fulham, he's one of the standard players. If you look at the contributions of Calvin Bassey, look at the contributions of Pereira in the midfield, you also look at what Iwobi does for that team. He puts in the hard work. Nigerians sometimes just uses him as a scapegoat there in the Super Eagles, but the man is a machine, right, and he's good at what he does. Imagine him playing under the tutelage of Diego Simeone.
Is that not going to destroy his creative spark?
I think we've seen that man play under a certain Jose Peseiro, and the creativity.
Funny enough, he won't play that deep.
He won't play that deep.
He won't play that deep like he did on Peseiro. There's Rodrigo De Paul. There's Pablo Barrios is there. Marcos Llorente is there. There are other players that have taken up that position, that deep role. So I think it's being brought to actually play that. It's not like what he was done or what was. And Atletico Madrid these days aren't even defensive. That's the funny thing. They're only defensive when they are playing the big teams. They only sit that deep when they are playing the big teams. But against the teams that should be their mates or smaller than them, they actually are on the front foot most times.
All right. I think Henry has said it all, because if you look at Atletico Madrid against the likes of Leganes, they come at them. They play their football there. We've seen some attacking players go there and make it very well. We've seen Julian Alvarez. We've seen Antoine Griezmann has been a success for that team. We've seen those, it didn't work out for some of them. I think a certain Lemar came in, Thomas Lemar, he came in, his attacking prowess didn't flourish very well, because sometimes he was made to do the dirty job there. But I think it will be a good one, knowing that he's leaving Fulham, going to one of the big guns in Europe. So it's a good one for Nigerian football. But the problem is he might not want to leave. We've seen, irrespective of the fact that the man is a Nigerian, we've seen English players not want to leave their comfort zone, and this man, we know how it all started. The English player mentality is still in that man. He will prefer to switch English teams, maybe leave Fulham, maybe go to a certain Tottenham, or maybe go to Everton, go to one of those English teams than leaving for Atletico de Madrid.
All right, and top on the list when it has to do with transfer talks regarding Super Eagles players is Victor Osimhen, because according to Martino, Napoli have in the last few days tried to mend the frosty relationship with Victor Osimhen, and coach Antonio Conte is now open to the striker returning to the attack for the Serie A champions. Osimhen is still on holidays, but in the last 3 days, Napoli have made contacts with the Super Eagles forward man. Are we going to be seeing Victor Osimhen return to Napoli to maybe reenact what he did there for them, call that 2 or 3 seasons back, winning the Scudetto with Napoli after more than 30 years hiatus in that particular one. But how do you see Victor Osimhen returning to Napoli? Anything could still happen. He returns to Napoli, he begins to put in the performances, and he becomes Antonio Conte's number 1 man. Gifted Diogo, Victor Osimhen back to Napoli. Seems like Napoli is trying to mend relationships right now. I don't know the reason, because at first it was like, fine, we're going for other players, but it seems at this point, maybe with no team indicating much of interest, it could be that Victor Osimhen returns to Napoli to lead the lines.
Well, for me, I would say let's just say let the past go.
Let the past go.
Yes, Napoli is now in the past. The man is making waves. In Turkey, right there, we saw it just a few months ago.
Okay.
And there's more opportunities for him. Clubs are coming for him. You know, he's the go-to man. It's just like these few months, it's been Victor Osimhen. Wherever he goes, he's been sought after, and that's one thing a footballer needs. Actually, you as a footballer, maybe if you're not doing well, you just stay in a club, and then when the club wants to just send you out, maybe you can even decide to leave as maybe a free agent, or maybe they just sell you off to a smaller club. But you see, bigger clubs are coming for the man. Arsenal, Chelsea, and so on are all interested in the man. So why go back to Napoli, where you've already done something great for them? And we have England right here, where if you come and play in England, I think maybe you should follow the footstep of what's his name, Didier Drogba. I'm not saying you should follow his footstep. Actually, it's just something. You move from one football league, you move over to the other, and still do the same thing. That's what the man is actually doing currently. As in Turkey, you saw how he helped Galatasaray to clinch the Turkey league.
Okay.
So it's how I feel it on my own. You shouldn't go back to Napoli.
All right.
You should go ahead. I think Chelsea is actually a good club. You said I've been mentioning Chelsea all this while, but the man in Chelsea, I'm not saying he's going to do a very big
There's
thing.
Liam Delap already.
But
Chelsea don't need him.
There's Liam Delap, there's Nicolas Jackson, even
João
if
Pedro
there's João Pedro now.
Chelsea don't need him.
Jackson is not trusted, actually.
There's João Pedro, there is Liam Delap.
Though you can't compare them to
Una don't start.
You can't compare them to Victor Osimhen.
All right.
When he's there, you know someone came in there. You know a player, a striker came in there.
Okay.
And that's one thing Chelsea actually need. That's why they are actually buying these players who are actually going to help the club grow.
Okay.
So his presence is going to mean a lot.
Okay.
Not just for Chelsea, but other clubs actually.
All right. For the man Victor Osimhen, he has actually indicated interest in plying his trade in the English Premier League, because every Nigerian wants to go to the English Premier League right now. For Bright Osai Samuel, even as Fenerbahce tried all they could to make sure that they keep him back there in the Turkish league, he has decided to return to the English Premier League. And what's happening right there between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich? It seems Bayern Munich are... Yes, please.
You want to see quality attacking football from both sides, then you need to watch.
Unfortunately, I can't see because I'm facing...
If you're ever looking for where to get good attacking football, then you need to watch the game between Paris Saint-Germain and FC Bayern Munich. Because, and then top goalkeeping too. We've seen Manuel Neuer give a very solid save from Manuel Neuer there against Cavastella, and then we've seen Gianluigi Donnarumma save a pinpoint shot
from
that was
Musiala.
heading, and look at the man. I think this is quality football. This is football made in heaven, and we are enjoying ourselves here on earth.
All right. Okay. So football made in heaven. We are enjoying it right here on earth. That's if you're watching the screens. The game between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich is lighting up everyone's viewing pleasure at this point in time. But we're still looking at Nigerian players. The Bright Osai Samuel has joined Birmingham City in the championship. So let's see what the Nigerian defender will be having to do right there in England. There's every possibility also that he might be joined by Genk striker Tolu Arokodare, as Burnley are considering a deal to sign him at this point. For Napoli, they have called back Victor Osimhen, but they are still in the market for another Nigerian because they have offered Atalanta 2 players as well as cash for Super Eagles forward Ademola Lookman, who is a personal choice of coach Antonio Conte. So if Victor Osimhen returns and they're able to get out Ademola Lookman, the 2 best players in the Super Eagles would be playing in one particular team, that is Napoli, and under one particular coach, which every Nigerian would not like at this point, and he is Antonio Conte. So I open up the phone lines again to take your reactions quickly before we look to wrap things up. What do you think about these transfer speculations around Nigerians? We've talked a lot concerning Nigerian football. Remember, we started with the Super Falcons. They are going to be in action tomorrow against Tunisia as they kickstart their journey in the 2024 Women's African Cup of Nations. You could call it WAFCON right there in Morocco. How do you see things panning out for the Super Falcons? Do you think that they can go all the way smoothly to the finals and win the trophy? It's the first trophy unveiled by the Confederation of African Football, and you can see the prize monies have been increased by 100% for the winner, as well as 45% for the tournament's prize money. Can the Super Falcons be the luckiest in Africa to win the trophy, the first as it comes through, and also in this 100% increment? Do you see that happening? So you could share your thoughts with us via the phone line 0810 9510951. We also looked at the Chan Eagles in the 35-man provisional list put together by the coach of the Super Falcons, being Eric Chell. And you see those players, if you have been following the Nigerian Premier Football League, and you see these players, who are those ones that you feel should have been there that are not there, and who do you think is there that shouldn't have been there? You could also let us know your thoughts through the phone lines. For the Nigerian Premier Football League, a report coming in, or is it confirmed? Yeah, it's confirmed that Ahmed Musa is going to be the general manager, or he is the general manager of Kanu Pillars. Yes, the governor of the side made that known. I think that was yesterday, as he stated that Kanu Pillars have now contracted the man, call him Ahmed Musa. He did his beats for them as a player in the just concluding season, putting in, he had double figures in goals and assists.
Going to play for them.
I don't know if a general manager, if there is that opening for a general manager.
Normally, I used to see player coach, but it will be odd seeing player
general manager.
If coach does it,
but I know the man Ahmed Musa would have that push to always return back into the pitch. So I would love to see his gestures when he sits up there.
You know the funny thing, our players don't really officially retire. They just stop playing. They just stop playing, and we forget about them till we now remember. Oh, it's true, he's not playing again. Did we hear any official retirement from Emmanuel Emenike? We've not heard anything from Musa. I think Yobo was the one.
Brownie Day.
It was Yobo. And even what's his name, Vincent Yamatu.
We didn't really after that issue with Bielsa and Lille. We didn't really. So I mean, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the phone lines right now. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Hello. Okay, a drop call situation there. You can keep the calls coming in 0810-951-0951. Hello, caller. Good evening to you. Welcome.
Good evening.
Yes.
Welcome,
Balubari. Welcome. Go ahead.
The WAFCON we start today. For me, I'm not expecting much from those girls because waiting our NFF then do for those girls. No proper arrangement. They no give them proper treatment. And those are not the girls. Now it don't even bring plenty glory for us for this country. But when it don't reach the matter of women, then we like to they give them for bad. But when it go reach the man, then we carry for head. And those men after at the end of the day we go come they cry.
Okay.
But the way they take they do for these girls, I know say Nigeria spirit, they always they talk say Nigeria spirit, but I say Nigeria for pray make this Nigeria spirit leave them small. So that those people where they expect say these girls they go carry Nigeria spirit, can't carry trophy, give them, they go come they brag say I be president, I be this one. And I might win Nations Cup. Me, I don't want that.
All right.
But I just pray make the girl then do well.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much there for your reactions, Barry. No, Barry. We still have another call here. Hello, caller. Good evening. Welcome. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
can you speak up a bit?
Pardon?
Can you speak up a bit? Okay, a lost call there. You can do well to call back and air your thoughts as the phone lines still remain open. 0810-9510-951. And Bayern Munich.
There's an incident that just happened, and that is what's his name? Jamal Musiala has just broken his ankle. There was a loose ball that he pounced on, and Gianluigi Donnarumma came out to take the ball, and the man caught his legs after he has gotten the ball, and that is so bad. It's so bad. Like, well, his ankle was broken. I'm not saying dislocated. Right now, the ankle is broken. So the man, we might be looking at
a whole season without Jamal Musiala,
a full year without playing football on the doctor's table.
Wow, that's probably broken.
I think looking at the incident again, it didn't look like something very serious, because William Pacho was just trying to give a guide there for his goalkeeper to come out to get the ball, but in the process there was a collision between Gianluigi Donnarumma and Jamal Musiala, but with the expression on Donnarumma's face, I think
seems like it's very serious.
Something very serious. Something very serious. But going a full year, I think only the doctors will
tell. Will tell. Just the doctors will tell after the assessment.
Jamal Musiala will really be a big loss for Bayern Munich going into the next season.
Yeah, and
considering the fact that they couldn't get Florian Wirtz also, this will be. Xavi Simons might
go all out.
Yeah, they might reignite the interest in Xavi Simons at this point of the season.
All right, so it's still goalless between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich actually would have taken the lead. They had the ball in the back of the net, but for offside. Who was the person that connected with that cross for Bayern Munich? It was an in-swinger.
Dayot Upamecano was the one. He got the ball in the back of the net, but the offside was very obvious because the Paris Saint-Germain team set up their high line properly, and that was a scare. I think at this point they should be wary, because this Bayern Munich team are not playing. And another thing, we were talking about Paris Saint-Germain dominating European football. I think if you want to take out this Paris Saint-Germain team, you look at the engine of this team. That small man in the midfield, Vitinha. That man is the engine room of this team.
He has had 90% passes completed through this season. 90 plus.
The man is the engine room of this team. If you take him out of that midfield, if you can just get your midfielders to cage him a bit, I think the play for Paris Saint-Germain just their play entirely will be disrupted. Forget about the strikers they have there. They need the heart of the midfield to be working properly. Vitinha is this Paris Saint-Germain team.
All right, Vitinha, the Paris Saint-Germain team, as it still remains goalless between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, right there in the quarterfinal, the third quarterfinal game of the ongoing FIFA Club World Cup. We are still talking about Nigerian players and how they will be moving and the transfer gossips around them, and the phone lines are still open for you to react to any of the talking points that we've had. 0810-9510-951. Real Betis have approached Wilfred Ndidi with a pay cut offer in exchange for top flight football. So if that goes through, and we have Wilfred Ndidi moving over to Real Betis, good one a good move. That should be a good move for him.
It's not just a good move. He should dive it immediately.
Okay. He should dive it immediately. And Eric Ten Hag wants to keep Victor Boniface back at Bayern Leverkusen. So that's what he wants. The Dortmund wants to field the Nigerian and Patrick Schick as his starting 11 up front. To the phone lines we go. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome. Name, location,
Thank
submission.
You. Say for Victor Osimhen returning back to Napoli, I do not think that is a very good idea for him because the man has really put in a lot of effort in for his team, but they really do not value his presence there. And since he has left, them coming back is just something that is unreasonable. I want the man to just stick with it.
Okay, did we just lose you there? You could call back to conclude on what you were saying before the network took you out. Hello, caller. Good evening.
Evening. I call back again.
Okay, welcome. Yes, welcome.
About Osimhen. I beg me as I did like this, where I did now, I even kneel down the beggar. Make Napoli not tell him anything. He go remain for Napoli because they don't already keep him as if they don't, be anything for their hands. So I don't want making the Napoli. If he go take pay cut, make him take pay cut, and they pray, make Liverpool go carry.
All right. Thank you so much there for your reaction. As Tolu Arokodare is still being scouted by Fulham, Manchester United, and Arsenal. So he has got a lot on his table right now. Firstly, I reported that Burnley from the Championship is looking for him, but he's also on the radar of the likes of Fulham, the likes of Manchester United, and the likes of Arsenal. Hello, caller. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, guys.
Welcome, Simon.
Well, let me talk about my boy, Victor Osimhen.
Go ahead.
If going back to, if there is no serious buyer, better buyer that he prefer, he can go back to Napoli and just finish his season. This is the remaining one, but let him never ever try to extend his contract with them. Just go there, finish the season. By next season, he move as a free agent.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Simon, for dropping by right there. We still have the phone lines open as we've got about 3 minutes to call it a wrap on the show this beautiful evening. We're still looking at what's happening right there. Proceedings have returned between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich, and Yamal Musiala is out of it all right now. How can this Bayern Munich team do against an informed Paris Saint-Germain team without Yamal Musiala?
Well, as the game has been, it's been, should I say, the both team have been pressing real hard to see how they can at least score a goal, while the other team has also been trying their best. But for this current situation on ground, Yamal Musiala is out, and Bayern Munich, including Harry Kane, actually has been impressive just first half. But for the PSG side, it's been a whole lot of, should I say,
pressure, soaking up pressure,
and also defensively, especially from the goalkeeper, what's his name?
Donnarumma.
Donnarumma. The man has been doing a very wonderful job right there. It's something 10 man against 11 man is something's chance, and see how they can clinch this one as well.
I think Bayern has the opportunity of bringing in somebody, so it's not 10 against 11. It's still going to be 11 against 11.
But
where do you see this one tilting towards at the end of the day, guys, before we call it a wrap? Just your scoreline.
I still
Who
think
wins?
Is either 1-0 also.
1-0 in favor of
PSG.
Paris Saint-Germain. And Henry?
I think 2-1 PSG.
You said?
I'll go the same.
2-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG.
I'll go the same way with Henry. 2-1 PSG.
2-1 PSG.
I'm going the other side. Bayern win 2-1.
All right, by tomorrow we'll know exactly who has got the prediction battle right here. But for now, we're going to call it a wrap on the show. It's been fun and amazing talking to you from this side of the divide. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you also for joining from the phone lines. And thank you to the guys in the studio that did this with me. I was here with Benjamin Mina, Victor Israel, Henry Ogugwo, and Gift Ejogo. We're going to be back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. for the Sunday's edition of the show. Up next is going to be the news update, and the beautiful Amaka Felix is here to take over. Until then, my name still remains Osasin Hiwin, and I'm saying stay lifted, stay blessed, don't touch it. Leave it on Today 95.1 FM.